What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cisco and Mike podcast. Today, we have a Toxico. He's not a shit talker because he doesn't talk shit, but he is a comedian. We got Jesus Sepulveda in the house today.
Hey, welcome, bro. Welcome.
Yeah, no clapping.
Oh, we got you can't hear it, Doc.
You can't even hear.
Oh, we haven't gotten there to the production
Smile or something. You got people in the background just like all robotic. You can hit them for what? They don't even talk, dude.
Ya sabes, güey.
You hit your own people. I feel like I'm in a studio with Ellen DeGeneres in here. Damn.
That fool told them if you don't get the job done, they're gonna get deported.
They got a what?
They're gonna get deported.
Why you gotta go? Why you gotta go there already, Doc?
This was political.
This was fucking.
You look at those spices that be calling in. It's like I have some people in this warehouse that are questionable. You might want to deport them. Yeah.
It's just a front, Doc.
I could tell, dude. I could tell it's a front.
It's a front.
He's a Trump supporter too.
I can hear it in his voice. So, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right?
Looks like he reads
America?
books and shit. Finds about laws. I know what's up, dog.
Hey, dog, you
It was
gotta.
like early at the fucking voting booth. So he's like, I can't wait to get these meters out of here. It's about goddamn time.
You get to be the first ones and shit.
Shit,
Fuck that.
dude.
I both my mail.
Sorry to break your heart, dude, but I was born here, brother.
Actually, you know, I think you're more Republican than me, Doc, because you're from Arizona, bro.
Oh,
So
what's
that's
that
true.
mean, dude?
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, yeah.
That's a red state, right?
that's
It is.
hard.
Not no
well,
more,
not no more.
homie.
Not no more.
homie.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it is fucking hardcore and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, growing up there was pretty hardcore, but not really too, because we overpopulated, fool. Like, I mean, at least in our school, the white boys know what's up, fool.
Well,
But like, their parents, on the other hand, they're the ones that control the fucking voting laws. But like, in school, fool, it's like a pinta, homie. Mexicans run that shit, homie. So yeah.
What part of Arizona are you from?
Tucson.
Oh, okay, so
It's
big
closer
city.
to like a border. They say it's a border town, but I mean, we're like an hour away from the border.
Okay.
But yeah,
Damn, so straight desert heat.
yeah, fool, it's hot as fuck, dog.
It's fucking cold as fuck too, huh?
It's cold as fuck too. Damn, how do you know, dude?
Hey, I read books,
That's the way
dog.
he does research. Fool.
Yeah, that's the way she went.
That was the king of Google, dog. Like, Googling every day.
YouTube too.
Yeah, I bet you. He's staying YouTube, huh?
That fool, yeah, that's what he does.
Hey, fool, you gotta be informed, fool. Like,
Fuck that.
I asked this fool, who's gonna be here at 10. I don't know, dog. Some fool, Jose.
Jose, baby.
He's Mexican fool.
Jose,
Fucking,
I don't know, dog. I don't know. He looks like I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
He looks like the fucking guy. Like I thought you had it. He's one of those, right?
Yeah,
I
fool.
thought you had it. You're gonna have it. I don't know.
I'm just
I
here.
thought you brought it.
I'm just here for the last fool.
Yeah, I can tell. I know.
No,
No,
but
I
that's-
like it, man. I like your little man cave here, fool. I don't know what's going on. I like the nerdy section right here. There's all the things he likes. Fuck,
That's what he likes.
That's what he likes.
This is mine right now. This is mine.
Give him his own corner, way. Give him
Yeah,
his
I
own
like
corner.
different
I'm barely fucking stocking up. Like I put this picture up because I'm a photographer and I like it.
Throw his fucking.
No. I gotta say it. I gotta say it.
And, I don't know if you
But this is not mine.
pictures.
This is I don't know if you've ever heard of her.
I like
3LA. She's a Japanese girl that lives here in.
What's your name?
She goes by 3LA.
Oh, 3LA? No, say I don't like
And,
gangs. So. That sounds like
but,
3LA, homie.
She does Chicano style photography.
Oh, no shit.
And so
but
I got-
she's Asian?
She's Japanese.
Hey, stick with your own culture, homie.
She got married to another photographer.
Oh, that's what's up.
And he's Chicano, and they're here. She's pretty dope. And then Godfather, dog. Who doesn't like the Godfather?
I mean, come on, yeah. Godfather
Except the
sick.
VHS way, you know
But
what I'm
did
saying?
you bring that?
Yeah, that's mine.
I was going to say, Gil, let him have his
Hey, wait.
corner away.
Hey,
Let
wait,
him have his
le
own posters away.
Le dije, you have your corner. He's like, I thought you had it, dog.
Yeah. I thought it was theirs. I thought you were going to decorate it. Okay,
That's because I can't bring my
Sí,
shit.
güey.
This fool don't let me bring the Raiders. I'm a Raider fan, dog.
You're one of these fucking
Yeah,
guys?
he's one of those.
Wow, dude.
It's because winning side, you know what I'm saying? So
Shit,
Okay.
dude. This will fucking put on his thong early this morning.
It's like fucking, this was when his Galaxy shit,
Hey,
and
dog.
you know, you got an LAFC guy here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but LAFC fans don't really know what's up, fool. You know what I'm saying?
Tension. But you live down here. How you a fucking 49ers fan?
Yeah.
It's in the blood, bro. My dad,
It's
my
in the
pops.
blood. Your dad liked it too?
Yeah, my dad, and he passed it
I
on to
thought,
me.
I thought you were a Paisa, homie. Fucking Paisas don't like football, fool. The fuck out of here. They like soccer, dog.
You know, yesterday I was driving by fucking, what is it? What is the BMO Stadium?
What?
The fucking LAFC.
Oh, I don't know what it
fucking
is.
know.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
it's
don't know,
called.
but it's some shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog, I say it again, dog. Galaxy is not an LA team. They're like an Orange County team.
Hey, fool.
Oh, fuck.
That's the way no sabe de soccer way. I'm just gonna
First
tell
of
you.
Why are you
all-
turning red, though?
I've been red.
Porque el coraje, güey, que trae, güey.
Pinches cuernos le están saliendo de
You don't
coraje.
fucking talk shit about that Galaxy.
No,
dog.
I was just saying. I was just saying.
Don't you dare fucking disrespect,
The
my.
Galaxy fucked up. They were the first team here, dog, and they could have fucking settled right in downtown, fool, the heart of fucking LA, and they fucked up. Dog.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but, you know. That's why the LAFC is perfect, dude.
Nah, fucking LAFC.
Really, dude? You don't like LAFC?
I fucking hate LAFC.
What's the anger behind LAFC? I mean, open up. This is not even a podcast. This is a therapy session. Open up.
Okay, first of all,
I know what it is. So first of all, I think like you got punked by a lot of cholos way. You're like, it triggers you, fool. I think that's what it is, you know?
Defensive.
They have no fucking
You're from
history.
Bama Park and everybody's like, you're not even from LA, homie. You're like, you're fucking LA, dog. So you're like trying to rebel, you know?
Nah. Dog, they don't have no history. They have no history.
They have a championship as a history.
Fool, we got 5. We have the most fucking championships.
Are you serious? First
We
of
got
all,
5.
First of all, relax. Second of all, LAFC is new, so like let them, build
They're
up.
not new. They're a recycled team.
Recycled.
They're
Chivas USA.
fucking Chivas USA, dog. They
Okay.
couldn't even make it. Chivas USA.
Right.
Okay. First of all,
First
I'm an America fan.
Tampoco no quiero que llores, güey.
Let it out, dog.
No, I'm just saying, America, obviously the best team in Mexico. The most championship in Mexico.
Wait. So stop right fucking there.
I'm just
dude.
telling you that like it is. Who won yesterday? Who won yesterday?
That's why there's a disconnect between me and you, though. I was like, there's
Who
something
won
wrong. Either
yesterday?
he's Salvadorian or something.
Ah, no,
I don't know, fool, you know what? Now I know what it is, dude. You like America también, güey?
America, I got that shit tatted on my. Nah.
Fool, you physically can't go like this, fool. No mames, you like America. Get on your knees real quick. And do it like Cuauhtémoc shit. But nah, I'm about Chivas all day, every day, fool.
Who won yesterday? What was the score?
It doesn't matter.
What was the score?
Fool,
you don't have a fucking team, dog.
I know, but I don't get the whole who won yesterday. Who cares? They like
What the fuck? You mean, who cares?
every year somebody wins and loses, dog.
It is a good
Si they got on las Chivas, you would have been gloating right now.
100%.
Exactly, fool.
I would have showed up full. I would have pulled down my
Chiva
pants
down.
and my Chivas fucking boxers, so I would have done the podcast full bold way. I came with the symbol and everything, fool. Pero, things, good thing they lost.
But hey, you guys do have a good player, Carlos Vela. So I'll give you that.
He's also on the LAFC, no?
Yeah, he's with the LAFC.
All the
Yeah.
time.
No, but I was fucking rooting for Galaxy when not rooting for Galaxy, but I was like watching the games when el pinche estaba el pinche
Campos and shit?
No, el pinche
Beckham?
no, el fucking
Giovanni?
who? Fucking Mr. fucking
Landon Donovan?
Like none of it?
colorblind. No, el pinche el Himmelbridge.
Oh, Ibrahimovic?
Yeah,
That fool was dope.
that motherfucker was
That fool was
dope.
dope.
Fool. It's one of my favorites. That fool.
Dog.
That fool literally did put it like on LA Times. So he did a whole article and just said, "Fucking,
Yeah,
you're
he said,
welcome."
That fool was like, he considered himself a god and shit.
I love that.
No way.
Confidence,
His first game was against LAFC.
Yeah.
And we were down 3-0.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm
came
telling
back,
you, that fool was
4-3 we won,
Fucking
fool.
sick.
No, I was like, oh, this fool still. I thought you can't deny his fucking.
No, he's a beast.
Fool. He
No
was
tenemos
winning
equipo para él. No tenemos equipo
Y
para
ahora
él.
otra vez no tienen.
No, we don't.
Ya
We
no
don't.
tienen, güey.
Yeah.
I know,
Uri, fucking el pinche it's early, fool. Fuck.
Chicharito's injured, fool.
No mames, güey.
Chicharito's injured.
He's always
He didn't
injured,
play.
fool.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He didn't play yesterday, so.
I never understood that, fool. I've always played like when I was injured. Well, I didn't get that. Now I guess because of the
Yeah, because
they're
he comes
making
from
money.
Chivas.
All right.
He started with Chivas, so, man.
Sí, sí.
Este vez se lo va a llevar así, ya.
This
ya
fool
valió verga.
always brings up old shit, fool. Oh, fuck. You're always causing a fucking drama in this bitch.
No.
Yeah, you like,
I guess
yeah,
I'm a
fool.
toxico fool. When can I join you guys? And shit?
Oh shit, we need an opener. Fool, come down.
I don't
for real,
know.
man.
I've been wanting to try it.
The what? Stand up?
Stand up, yeah.
Oh, I think it was comics.
No.
No?
We were supposed to be.
Yeah, okay.
Nah,
I'm
I'm just kidding.
supposed to be.
No, we were supposed to do like a bit with Richard Villa.
Richard Villa?
Yeah. He told us to do like a 5-minute thing at the
Open
improv
mic,
one time,
yeah.
Yeah, why didn't you guys?
What happened? I think he went out. He
Yeah,
booked something else
he
last
booked
minute,
something else
so
last
we
minute.
couldn't.
Fucking ass. Richard! Come on! No. What are you doing? Yeah, come down. You know what? Never mind.
This fool was working hard on that shit
I
too.
fucking
That
wrote.
Fuck,
I got like
see,
notes and
this fool working
shit.
hard,
That
for
fool was
sweating and shit.
fucking
So-
FaceTiming us in the morning. Doc, check this out. What do you guys think? We're like, fuck.
Oh yeah, no. Stand up is fun because it's like it's fun when it's at that stage where you're just like, it's this fucking the idea of like the joke and trying to find the joke. That's the fun part.
How'd
when
you
you're
get started in
starting
comedy?
out. I just did it. I mean, I've always wanted to do it, so I just knew I was gonna do it. I just did it, you know.
Did you do it back when you were younger? Like when?
Yeah, when I was a kid, fool, I was just a desmadroso way, always clowning, always telling jokes, always telling bits. Like I didn't know there were bits back then, but I was telling bits. Like I had ideas and stuff, and I was mimicking my parents. I was mimicking things on TV, and I would just like, do stand up way. And then and after we had an after school program, and then before like they were trying to get the kids together, they're gathering them up to calm down so they can do a roll call. They would have me go on stage, and I would just be like doing stand up, just to calm the kids down. I didn't know I was doing stand up, but that's what I was doing technically. And I would just do like Jerry Springer and shit, because things that I saw on TV, and they'll let me just fuck around. And it was a trip. And then in 8th grade, I remember Google came out, and I typed in how to become a comedian. And then I saw Dave Chappelle went up when he was 15. So I was like, oh, when I'm 15, I'll go up. I went to my local comedy club, and then that's it.
Oh, shit, at 15?
Never stopped, 15.
That's crazy. How did that feel, bro?
15, for those grown-ass man right there, fool. I was just like, damn, this is a trip, dog. They wouldn't let me in because I was, young.
Yeah.
So they just let me go to the corner, stay in the corner. And then from there, there was like a little like closet. It was like this, like a key. And I was in there, fool. And then when it was time for me to go up, I would just run up to the stage. And from there, I just go home. So I would go bomb and then go home.
¿No tenías miedo en ese entonces?
Fuck yeah, fool. Fuck. She más miedo que I was fucking scared, dog. Because there was a bunch of adults, puro pinches, and I'm over here talking about school shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, fool. And they're like, you would think that you'd be nice to a kid that's going up there. They didn't give a fuck, fool. They'll fucking boo you. They didn't care, dude. And it's Arizona, brother. They're like, hey, get the fuck out of here.
And he's not talking about the club. He's talking about the country.
Yeah, that's right. He's talking about the country. Like, I'm talking about the goddamn country. Fuck out of here, son, bitch. I'll get this little brown kid out of here. Get back in the kitchen, motherfucker. So I was, and I went up there. I remember the first time ever, fool, they were like, I signed your, you put your name up there, so you're nervous. I'm like, fuck, where am I? I kept checking, like, where I'm at in the lineup. I'm like, number 8. All right, faltan dos más, güey. I'll go up and I'll check again. Faltan 4 more, fool. Fuck, I'm right there, dog. 2 more. And I'm just like, all right, fool, getting nervous. And then they'll call my name. It's all right, Jesus Sepulveda. And he just, I don't know I froze. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, fuck. And then there's like, hey, Jesus Sepulveda. And I just looked at everybody and I couldn't move. I don't know what happened. And then they're like, all right, well, I guess he's not here. I was going for Jake something. And I was just like, fuck. I was deflated, fool. Like, fuck, no mames, way. Like, I pussed out. I felt like a failure. I'm like, damn, fool. Like, so next week, I'm like, I'm going to go up for sure. And the same shit. It happened for like 3 times. And then that was my excuse. I was good at making excuses like, oh, I was. But then they fucking named somebody else real quick. I would always have an excuse of why it wasn't doing it. But as long as I showed up and signed myself, I felt like I was doing something right. But then one day they called me out. And they're like, hey, it's like, you can't be putting your name. You're taking the slot out from somebody else or else get out of here. Like, if you're not going to go up. Yeah. And then now with Tepos, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. But he's right. So then I was like, you know what? Fuck it, fool. If I bomb, I bomb. And I went up there and I bombed so bad. But then when I bombed, you just feel like, that's your biggest fear. And I learned, stand-up taught me that, like, how to face your fears. That's what stand-up taught me. Because this was a big fear of mine. And then I went through it and I realized, like, you know what? This is not that bad. Like, life still goes on. Things happen. But you got to learn how to just keep on pushing. Like, that, like, made me, like, changed everything for me. I was just like, I wasn't afraid of things no more. I mean, there's a lot of things I'm afraid of. And I do it because of stand-up. I'm like, oh, I'm afraid of doing this, but I'm going to do it because that's what stand-up taught me. It taught me how to just be like, fuck it, viéntate, way, fuck it, go for it, So yeah, that's why when I started, it was like I started at a young age, so I was glad. And I moved out here when I was 19.
To pursue that? To pursue comedy?
2009. Yeah, to pursue comedy,
so it's a completely different scene, huh, over here?
Yeah. Because over there, I would go once a week. Aquí, it was like a lot of...
Every night, there's pretty much
almost every night, there's a spot if you grind. You can go like 2 or 3 times a night if you grind, And there's like a little community here now. When I first started, not so, I mean, there was, but I couldn't find one. I used to do a lot of black rooms. I used to go like in Compton and like, and just a lot of black rooms. Way.
You were talking about Mexicans, they're like,
yeah, no, you know what? They would laugh because they grew up with Mexicans, that's so true. They laughed. Yeah. So I was like, cool, but all I knew was black rooms and had that little circuit. And then Richard Villa had like a show I was working at the Hollywood Improv, and he had a show at the Hollywood Improv. Refried Fridays or whatever, and then I went up there. No, I used to work at the Hollywood Improv, and that's when I met Jerry Garcia, which, you know, and he told me, like, oh, there's like a fucking Latino scene out here in Whittier, La Puente, all that shit. I'm like, what? So then I got introduced to the Latino scene, and that's when I met everybody. So then that was on after that, dude. Well, then my material just started growing because I was like doing it in front of my people, you know?
Simon.
So yeah.
It's crazy because there's like a huge scene, right? Like the community, everybody knows each other. Like people we've had on, even other podcasters, and know like you guys and room within the circles.
Oh yeah, dude. It's like a small circle when it comes to comedy, which is we're our own little community. You know what I mean? Yeah. We hate amongst each other. We fucking friends amongst each other.
Do you guys have like a private association or like a society and shit?
I love it.
We're still Latino. We're an organized.
No, maybe like the fucking Freemasons or something.
Free Mexicans.
Free Latinos.
Free Latinos.
Freemasons.
Nah, I wish we're that organized. So no, my man's way for.
Hey, but I gotta ask something because you brought it up, and I had seen it. You lived with Jerry.
Yeah.
And then you lived with fucking
Jeff Garcia.
Yeah. What the fuck, you guys all fucking...
Yeah, for gangbang too. No, we helped each other out, man.
Really?
I moved out of LA because I remember YouTube was like a big thing. It was like people were starting to get paid on YouTube, and I had a homie that knew a guy who worked for like Univision, but he like was down to do something with me, like a little sketch show. Simon. It didn't go through. Whatever. I came back, and I left the place that I lived, so I was like, I'm trying to find a place. So I called Jeff, and I was like, hey, can I live with you? And he's like, Simon. He's like, yeah, Doc, come live with me, Doc. But then he had fucking rules and shit. He's like, yeah, you're going to be my nanny, Doc. And I'm like, I thought he was joking. But legit, full taking care of his kids. Like not taking care of his kids, but like taking his kids to like school and stuff like that. Yeah. It was cool. I had a fun time. You know, we had a falling out, but it's not a big deal. But it's like, but it was fun because I got to see the world as a comic, like a full-time comedian. Like, see him wake up, like, at a certain time, go and do auditions, go to do shows. And then I would go on every night because he would go up every night. And it was just, like, fun to just be around the world. So it was fun to see, like, what a full-time professional comedian's life was. So I was just shadowing his life, taking notes of what not to do. You know, you're like, I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I would use a condom next time. I wouldn't do that. No, but you know what I mean? Like, certain things, but I learned a lot living with him. I learned a lot about the business. He was teaching me about business and stuff, so I was like, okay. He's telling me, hey, don't do this deal, Doc. When you do the door, Doc,
he smokes a lot, Doc. He fucking smokes a lot.
I'm over here just fucking holding my breath. He's just telling me about business and shit. So yeah, I learned a lot living with that fool.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a trip, dude.
That fool's a fucking chimney, dog. I seen that for Sendejas right here in San Dimas. Mm-hmm. Ahí se la pasa el güey.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that fool's a king of smoking. Fucking.
You're right, Doc. You're right, Doc. Doc.
This fool has season passes. He was like his biggest fan.
So.
That was the first thing I do for real. It's my 10th time seeing you.
That's why I didn't let him get a corner, dog. That show's gonna be all Jeff Garcia.
No, because like I said, that vato grew up in La Puente, and so the camaradas that I used to kick it with, they went to the same high school as him. So the first time I saw him was at Café Latino, and then I think they came up with the fucking, what's that DVD that we used to watch in my house all the time?
Que Loco? No.
No, not Que Locos. Latino Comedy Fiesta or something like that. Yeah. And he would always do the taco shit, right? Okay. And so we would always watch it, and obviously
everybody throws it at us. We
would all fucking there.
I was there like once.
Shut the fuck up. So anyways, I used to go to his shows all the time when he was in improv, and I knew that his fucking bits so much. Yo me sentaba enfrente.
I know since my mom, you heckled him for a little bit. I hate when people do that shit.
No, but hold on. But I
didn't do it. Like, cumbia. Like, hey, let me do my fucking set.
Yeah, he goes, well, season passes or what? I was like, oh shit. I was going to say season passes, but.
Oh, that's fucking funny, actually. He said that. Season passes or what?
Yeah, season passes or what, fool?
Genius!
I was like, oh, this is fucking embarrassing.
Nah, because se me ponía pedo, and then I would fucking...
Do the taco!
Do the taco!
Do the taco!
I was showing his titties.
Sign my hand!
Es que culero.
I mean, I just showing support, you know what I mean? Yeah, showing support.
Hey, well, this is a fucking thing. This is like, looking,
I know, right?
He throws his homie under the bus with the homie. You know when a new guy comes to the neighborhood, he just starts throwing his homie in the bus.
He is
wearing yellow, dog. Just saying.
We're gonna go back to that. We're gonna go back to that.
Yeah, it's That's a fucking Mino reverse over here.
Yeah, he'll throw me in the bus right now too, dog. It's cool. It's just that's how it works.
That's how it works. How did you guys meet? How did this love affair meet, fool?
Fucking 5th grade. I walked in. We had just moved. I moved from El Monte. I grew up in El Monte, and then I walked in the 5th grade, and we didn't really kick it like that because he was a basketball player. I played basketball.
I was in a basketball.
Was it for you?
I don't talk to in elementary, I was in a basketball player, dog.
Yeah. Oh, you were.
Y tampoco no se peleen right here.
Get shit right, dog.
He thought he was a goalie. Pensaba que era goalie. Este güey valió verga. Le metían goles, güey.
This was my own team.
I scored a goal on this fool. Auto
You were a fucking delantero or what?
No, I was a defense.
I know. How the fuck did you score as a defense, fool?
Because I tried to block it and I fucking deviated the ball. So
you know how you said he physically can't do this?
Yeah.
That fool can't physically
like
lift.
I was gonna say, fool, either you're goalie or defender, fool. That's because other than that, it's a lot of running, dog. I don't know if you can handle it.
I was in shape back then.
Oh, it's a different you.
Yeah, I was a different.
It's a different you.
This is me at fucking.
This is when you used to get viejas and shit. Oh,
Before he fucked up his knee, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I fucked up my knee, my back.
Yeah, dude. I feel you can tell, like, out of you two, he probably lost his virginity at like 12, fool. Está bonito, but he had game, fool. You know what I mean? He had a little slack.
Yeah, it's some point.
This was fucking like 18 because he was like, I don't know, there's viruses out there. I don't know. No, at 19? Had to be 20, huh?
Nah.
Dude, what the? No, he said I still haven't.
Yeah, this one cogido.
Nah, no says my mom.
I'm trying to beat that 40-year-old virgin shit,
hair, fool. So this pressure, fool. This fucking comes out of your hair, fool. No says my mom. I gotta release that nut, fool. Fuck. This one too, fool. Mr. Colorblind. Release that nut, fool. You'll start seeing colors, homie. Oh, shit. Bright as fuck.
You start seeing the rainbow and shit.
Simone, like, you took shrooms and shit. Like, oh, shit. There's a world out here. Fuck. He's gonna be like those guys that see color for the first time, fool. When he busts a nut. That's green. That's yellow.
That shit was a trip, dog, too, when he walked in. I was like, what the fuck?
What? Oh, when he said he was fucking wearing brown?
Yeah, you guys got a worker in the back that's like fucking colorblind, can't even see.
Death audio guy, dog. That's the first dog. That's what we're unique for.
He does exactly. He does a color coordinating. It's like fuck. That's a sick ass black and white podcast.
That's the look we were going for, dog. Throwback.
That's what's up, dude. And what made you guys start this podcast right here at a fucking man cave?
Well, actually, we started with just 2 fucking microphones.
Oh, Simon?
And we were like, we had talked about it for like 4 years, 5 years. Hey, let's do a podcast. Let's do a podcast.
Thing, huh? We're like, it takes us a while. Hey, let's do it. We'll do it sometime.
Yeah. Imagine how many dope ass podcasts they'd be full of just Mexican families would just fucking record.
Oh, dude, I know, right?
That shit be fucking
gold, fool.
No, but like,
they have this shit.
Dude, the most views I get is like recording my mom fucking flipping tortillas and shit. I get the most TikTok. I'm like, damn, look, she didn't even use a spatula. She used his fingers. Ay, mijo, no seas mamá. And then it got like a bunch of views. I'm like, god damn.
Dog, you over here throwing jokes and shit?
I'm fucking putting in work with my shit, my fucking edits and my reels and shit.
No, it was just fucking, we did it, and that's the way. Was every time I would come in here every week, this fool would have something up. And all of a sudden, it's like a fucking full production. And I was like, damn.
I know, this fool don't fuck around, huh?
Nah. Hey, dog, if you're going to do this, do it right, fool.
That's the thing. He's a perfectionist, dog.
I see. Relax, perfectionist. Fuck. You gotta do it right. Is that why you haven't busted a nut? I haven't found the right one.
It's got to be perfect, dog.
Do it right. It's looking for that perfect nut.
Dude, niggas are perfect, man.
And this one busts enough, we're going to disappear with that perfect, fool. Shoot himself to the ether.
I'm good.
Just fucking shoot himself to another galaxy.
For real.
I was gonna walk on water, fool.
Fucking Jesus, dog. Antichrist bitch and shit.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny right now. You're talking about you learned a lot of
busting
shit.
Busting a nut?
Yeah, busting a nut too, dog. Because you just became a father, so
that's right.
We know you just did that.
About busting nuts. That's right, dude.
How's life changed for you now, man?
Well, fucking no sleep. I'll tell you that much. We were just talking about like how when the baby comes out, you become like legit. I know it's so stupid. It sounds stupid, but when you live it, it's different. Like, but you become a father like this. And the reason, like, obviously, like, I was claro, way, it's a fucking kid. Yeah, I get that. But it's different when you're literally like jumping into fatherhood that fast. I don't know why. I thought it was gonna be like a week. Like, I'm talking about like changing a diaper, feeding him. I thought I was like, oh, it's going to take some time for his body to develop. No sé, güey. That's what I thought. Fool, saliendo from the little fucking, from the little thing. Anyways, not little no more. Anyways, but yeah, he came out, fool, and like 15 minutes later, like literally 15 minutes later, he's like, oh, he pooped. Are we going to change him? I was like, already? I'm like, I didn't even see him eat. Like, this motherfucker's pooped. Hey, we had to change his diaper, and then she's like, okay, we're gonna feed him right now. I'm like, already? Like, fool, like he just got here. He's already eating food, and I gave him the little bottle. He's like, she's staring at me, and I'm just like, not even making eye contact. Like, hey, what's up, dog? How was it in there? Like, just meeting him, it's a trip, dude. So right away, I had to, like, start, because she had a C-section, so she was all fucking, I'm over here looking at her like, hey, liviánate. Liviana, do something, dude. What the fuck?
I need help and shit.
She couldn't even move. So I'm over here doing everything for the first, like, week and shit. But, yeah, it's just a trip. You just jump into it, dude. You don't have kids?
Yeah.
You do have kids? Oh, yeah. Well, you know what's up. Talking to me like you don't know.
Oh, really?
No, but everybody's experience is different. Yeah.
How was your experience?
Not like that.
Really?
Mine's a weird, different situation. Yeah, it's a different situation.
I got you. I don't know what's going on. I don't want him to cry either. Like, no, it's
remember, he hasn't nutted, though. So.
Mine is like the Virgin Mary shit.
You don't know who's like, why is he dark? Like, why is he so black? This is like, fuck. Okay. Yeah, I got you.
You know the Virgin Mary shit, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're like, no, santo, ma, santo. Te están siendo pendejo, cabrón. He's a santo, baby, dude. We prayed and he showed up.
She looks like Kobe a little bit, but you know what I'm saying?
She was going to a lot of Laker games.
No, but this was a Clipper fan, so
He's a Clipper fan?
Yeah, Clipper fan.
God, dude, you're still the other way, huh?
I'm not there in you guys' shit, so you know what I'm saying? The Galaxy.
Clipper fans, so like you're literally going in there and cheering, fool, like excited and shit.
I just go in there.
You see the players, and you're like, yeah! Hey, relax, dog. It's the Clippers, fool. It's like, fuck yeah!
Hey, dog, we're better than. See, I'm bringing them petty now, dog. Like you guys, we're better than the Lakers.
How many championships?
Doesn't matter, dog. We're fairly new. Give us a chance.
Is it weird when you guys play and you guys just see all those fucking championships and it's all Lakers?
The Lakers Stadium, right? You're like,
yeah, fool.
They covered them up, dog.
You feel like a Sancho going into someone's house. You're like, ugh, it's your husband's house. Huh?
He's a badass? Oh, fuck.
I know, fool.
The fuck you doing with me?
Exactly, dog. Exactly.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So you guys grew up in this area?
Yeah, we grew up in Baldwin Park.
Yeah.
Well, LA. If you're not from here.
Park.
Yeah, it's a trip, fool. Like I feel like LA is just like everybody has their own little pockets. And you guys talk shit to each other. It's not LA, homie. It's like, well,
even the
when you zoom out on Google Maps, it says LA. So
even like the San Gabriel Valley itself and shit. Like this is considered the San Gabriel Valley.
Yeah.
Technically, even people make a big deal about that shit, like calling it its own thing. The SGV. Well, now
it's all pride shit, fool. SGV, then you got the Valley.
Cholillo shit, you know?
También LA se pasan de vergas, güey, with like, you guys like are I can't even say it.
Segregated?
Segregated like a motherfucker, fool. Yeah. Like, literally, you have a neighborhood of black people, neighborhood of Mexicans, neighborhood of the white people, and then the Asians, and fucking, now Silver Lake is, they're all like, we're going to welcome everyone. But it's like...
Hey, that shit is. Have you guys ever been
to Silver Lake? Silver Lake is like a clusterfuck of them trying to be all like everybody living in one neighborhood, which is cute, but let's keep it real. It's LA, so everybody just sticks with their own little section. Yeah. But it's a trip, and then you have, and people that don't know, if you have every like section of Mexicans is different than the other section. Like in Whittier, Mexicans are different than fucking
East LA Mexicans.
Exactly.
South Central Mexicans.
It's like they have their own little slang, their own little vibe, their own little like, fucking culture. It's a different fucking world, way.
See, the way I saw it, bro.
Fucking cholitos, way.
No. San Ana's OC.
But they're still Mexican, folks.
That's the cholillo. That's the cholillo.
No, it's not even that.
There's cholos listed in a Morsi fool, and fucking the Smiths and shit, fool. They're all fucking emoed out over there, fool.
San Ana owns Hell
yeah, fool.
It's fucking. Santa Ana's gonna hate me, but it's fucking ghetto over there.
Hey, dude, it's Santa Ana. You watch your mouth, dude. But they got some hardcore paisas there too. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just a different being around. I've been in every little like neighborhood, so I'm just like, damn, everybody has their own thing, fool. Even the ones in down in San Juan Capistrano, like it's a nice neighborhood.
That's by San Diego.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, but it's a nice neighborhood. But fool, there's cholos there, dog.
You know where there was cholos?
Nice neighborhood. I'm like, well, how can you afford to live here, fool? Like, what the fuck? And they're there though, fool.
Fucking taking walks on the beach and shit. Let's go hit up the beach.
I used to live in Laguna Hills for like 6 months. I used to live in Laguna Hills. I could only afford it for 6 months.
No que viene a ley.
No, but that's Orange County.
Estaba en el militar.
That explains the galaxy.
I was living
You were in the military?
I was in the military. 8 years in the Corps.
Get that? No, yeah. First
8 years in the Corps, nah.
And then soon the way he said 8 years in the Corps, homie. More like,
no, I'm
where were you? Like, what's the Corps mean?
The Marine Corps.
The Marine Corps? The Marines?
The Marines?
Says my mom.
Serio?
The proud, the few, the Marines. When you saw the commercial, you stand up too, huh? Fucking.
Nah.
When you do the fucking the sword, remember?
So fucking came back from training camp. Fucking.
You remember that commercial?
We're in the street. This was like, hey, dog, this is how we're gonna do it.
I was teaching him how to do fucking like. I was teaching him how to do like patrols and shit.
I know, says my mom.
Patrol in the streets of Baldwin Park.
Everybody fucking trading and shit.
Hey,
you're not gonna cut in the Corps, homie. And how was it?
Why you didn't join?
Why didn't you join? No, but because his mom wouldn't let him. Fool?
Exactly.
I went to college, dog.
No,
I got accepted to the university.
Hey, fool, you look like that type of fool that everybody's like, hey, we're gonna jump the fence and go say this matter. He's like, I would, fool, but I gotta go home, fool.
My mom said
no, dog.
Nah, dog.
You look like my mom would never. Your mom wouldn't let you do shit, huh?
Check this, dog. We went to a party once. I don't think you were there. Fool start blasting, right? Wait. Tone
it down. First of all, you can't use the word blasting.
So I know, right? It was Miko that now.
There was blasting and shit, fool?
There are some fools, like, they just start getting down, they start blasting, right?
Yeah.
So all these fools start jumping the fences, dog.
And you stood there, fool?
No,
this
this is what I did. I looked at the gate that was open and I walked through it, dog. That's it. Like,
you left.
That's the fool that,
So you're telling us you left is what happened.
Yeah. They ain't my homies.
Culero.
You see that meme where fucking Homer Simpson se esconden?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
it.
Hey, homie, I learned from the Marines, dog. That's the training and shit we learned.
I learned from the Corps.
Go back to your Marine Corps, dog.
Thank you for that story, fool. You running away. I thought we were going to hear some gangster shit.
No,
this one started with blasting.
I
bitched out. And I bitched out.
The moral of the story is you bitched out. Is what I heard.
The moral of the story is that you said, I'm the fool that doesn't jump fences. You're right. I'm not. I'm the fool that walks through them.
Okay, well, all right. Mr. Smart guy here.
I got hit up in Laguna Hills. I went out. At the time, I got in a fight with my lady and I went walking. Just to clear my head. And I got hit up by...
clear my head.
Yeah, to clear my head.
What the fuck?
No, what the fuck were you arguing about? Who ain't that fucking Twinkie, eh?
Nah, I don't even fucking remember.
He walked away?
Nah, I got hit up by Laguna Hills. They're like Laguna Hills 13.
Ay, güey.
What the fuck? Laguna Hills has gangs?
The 13 is for the 13 fools that live there, dog.
Yeah, the 13th apartment. It's right there, no?
Yeah, boy, I got it up.
Mom, yeah, no, they're there. They're there. I'm telling you,
I think houses everywhere, huh?
Yeah, fool. We just take over, fool. We're all into gangs. We just love gangs. We love clubs. You know what I mean? We just love to do clubs. We just love a good hang. You know.
Hey, but that shit's dying out though.
What?
Well, the gangs.
The gang life?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you?
It's evolving, dog. It's like from Cortezes to Vans now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Easy.
But for real, like,
fool.
it is like kind of like.
This one gets hit up a lot because they think he has a tear mark, fool, but it's a mole. Who'd you kill, homie? No, it's a mole. He has to explain it to him. It's a mole, homie.
I was born with it.
It's a mole, homie. It's a mole, homie.
You were born to kill it, dog.
I was born to kill it.
Fuck that.
No, but they used to get hit up a lot, dog. Fuck.
I used to hit up. I remember when I first went out here. When I first moved out here, that's funny. It reminds me of that. Like I went to a house party. I had a show. And then some fool was just like, hey, because I didn't have any friends here.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what are you doing right now? And I'm like, nothing. He's like, hey, come down to we're having a party. I'm like, oh, Simon. So I went to a party in Whittier. And then some fool was just like gangbanging at the party. I don't know what the fuck. He just started walking around and he's just like, hey, where you from, homie? And I was being honest. I'm like, well, I just moved here from Arizona, and I'm from Arizona. And I just moved over here to the side of the corner. I was just giving him a lot of information. And that fool was like, all right. And then he just straight up. He said something like, so the payaso psycho something fucking 13, homie. And I was like, that's...
You're like, what up, G Jesus?
That's what's up. I don't know what you have to do. That's a lot of information, too. Like, I was like, I don't know, there's a street called payaso something, dude. Fuck. I was confused. And then I realized, like, oh, he's like trying to gangbang on me.
He's just letting you know his territory. He's like,
part of me felt like this was like my LA welcome, like welcome to LA. So I was like, oh, I got my LA welcome. I'm in. I felt hood, you know, because then I went back home and I said stories and shit. How's LA? Man, I got hit up. No way.
Some fools were blasting.
Yeah,
I walked through a fence.
You knew your fences over there. You just walked through doors and shit.
They opened them up. Yeah. You know, I never understood that shit too, dog. Like, you know, like some fools, okay, maybe look like gangbangers, but for example, you don't look like a fucking gangbanger. I don't look like a gangbanger.
You know what? It's like they're fighting their own demons, dude. You know what I mean? They're fighting their own little issues. So like, you don't know what they're going through that they feel like they have to feel tough again. They probably got punked by another fucking cholo and shit. Like, the fuck are y'all? And you know, probably got knocked the fuck out. And he's trying to redeem himself. So he sees a fool just still try to punk to fill up his ego. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
No, I used to get
dissecting and then, you know.
This is coming in here with therapy sessions.
They're working up their own issues, dude. You know what I mean?
So, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, fool? When you get hit up and they know where the fuck you live. Like,
what?
Well, because like I used to get hit up in the east side, right?
You fucking giving them their address? Or
nah, fool. You know these fools. They live down the street.
And then, you're like, where you from, homie?
I fucking never hear fool.
That's funny. Where you from, homie? Like, next to you. We're neighbors.
Yeah, you moved here after me. What the fuck?
Francisco, no mames, güey. I'm your fucking neighbor, dog.
You know what I think? This will give so much information too, dog. He probably got hit up and shit. He gave all his information. I live on Barnes Avenue, dog, in Barnes Park, fool.
It's because not my fault, fool.
The red mailbox, that's mine.
It's not my fault. My mom, you remember those dog tags or those chingaderas the bracelets?
With
all your information? My mom used to fucking get those.
Your parents did love you, fool.
For real,
I thought it was him. Never mind, it got switched around, fool. Take your bracelet.
Hey, for real, you had a bracelet there?
My mom bought it for all of us. My mom.
I remember they had something like that.
It was just a way to fucking get money from Mexicans, though. It's just like the encyclopedias. Did your mom ever buy an encyclopedia?
No.
They used to go around knocking.
Oh, yeah, I think she did have an encyclopedia.
Yeah. Did you ever use it?
In the 90s, yeah. It was for decoration. I was like, shit. I never fucking...
Yeah, well, they said...
I gotta go back to this shit, dog. For real, like, you really did have that shit?
Yeah, my mom...
All your street cred's gone, dog.
What do you mean?
like...
Because his parents loved him? He's like, that's it?
No, but, like, I don't remember that shit, fool.
It was a fucking thing. They fucking...
Yeah, I lived 3 houses down from your dick. It wasn't a thing.
It wasn't a thing, yeah. Nobody was doing it, dog. Hey,
but I get it, like the dog tags.
Don't fight it, fool. You know what? My parents love me. Yeah. Who cares?
My mom did love me, so...
Yeah. Es que era travieso, güey. No mames, güey. Fuck, fool. You're over there fucking nice and neat. You look like that kid that had clean shoes and never wanted to dirty them and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Cam, my mom just bought me these shoes.
Yeah.
I can't go ride bikes today.
That's this fool.
That's me, that
fool?
Yeah.
Never let everybody borrow his toys and everything.
Nah. He's not an only child.
You're an only child?
No. He has a sister, but he's the only boy.
Yeah. Still treating like
the oldest.
Are you the oldest?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So the fool was never shared.
Never?
Hey, dog.
You don't know how.
I grew up with a Mexican family with, like, my cousins around me all the time, dog. So, you know how that goes. Yeah. It's fucking survival of the fittest, fool.
Yeah, I can see that.
You fucking have brand new chanclas, these fools are going to try to... It's like fucking el bote, way.
En el bote.
You got a brand new, you get some brand new kicks, fool. You got the older cousins. Hey, where'd you get those shits at? You know, like
when I was getting out, the fool was like, "Hey, homie, let me get them shoes, dog." And I was like, "Fuck, like these are my only shoes, fool."
I don't want to.
Yeah. You know how he said he's that fool that got punked by some other fool?
I doubt that shit, fool. It's the heart of a lion.
Yeah.
No, my misery.
But hey, so man, you know, obviously comedy is a big thing. What's it been like, you know, after being on HBO and having your specials on Netflix? Like, did life change for you? Like,
hell no, fool. I wish. No, I'm doing a podcast at a fucking man cave. No, okay. With a fucking colorblind fucking engineer. No, I mean it does like move the needle a little bit, but like stand up, the world is changing a little bit. You know, right now it's so fucked up because a lot of people on TikTok are blowing up faster than the comics that have been grinding. And, you know, it's one of those things that you're like, damn, fool, like, you know, we're putting in work and we're like learning how to like develop the craft, and like these fools just come in, do a stupid little fart video, and yeah, they sell out and they fucking do shows and they're running around. And I don't think that TV holds the weight like it used to. You know, back then the HBO special meant like fuck.
Yeah.
So we, but the thing is, like, these fools can't hang. You know, they go up on stage. They can't. TikTok, dude, like, if he's blowing up if you see a comic because you saw him on TikTok, he's funny for you because you've seen him, but they'll never hang out at a comedy club with us because they can't hang.
Yeah.
They can't follow us. They can't go up. Like, they rather just be like, oh, you know what? Then I'm never going to do comedy over there. I'll just do comedy at my own shows. And that's the thing, that they'll never be in the same group because they didn't meet up, but they can't.
Are you guys welcoming? Like,
yeah, no, I'm like, super. At first, I was very haterish because I'm like, man, fuck these fools. Because but then in my head, I'm just like, you know what, dude? Like, who cares? You know, like, who cares? They don't give a fuck. People are working every day. They just want to go out and have a good time. Just want to laugh. Even if they fucking go up there and do a stupid skit or something, like, who cares? And that's when I stopped taking things so serious. I'm like, I'm the only one, like, beating myself up, trying to be all like a hater. And it's like, fuck, who cares? Whatever's funny is funny, you know?
Simon.
I'm just going to do me, and that's it. That's the only thing I can control. And then, and they're funny. Like, the thing is, like, these fools are trying. Like, they're trying to make it the same way I'm trying to make it. Mm-hmm. They're trying to, you know, help their family the same way I'm trying to help. So why the fuck would I hate on that? Like, these fools we're all trying to make it. So why hate, you know? So, which explains, la verga. Which explains, like,
that's how you really feel.
The tour, like the Toxicos tour, right? Like, Jay Valentino and Concrete, they're not comics, but they're fucking comedians. They're funny. They get it. Yeah. They're not stand-up comics, though, but they're learning, and we're teaching them, like, little things, like, oh, say this, say that, and they're learning really fast. Well, they're picking that game up real quick. They're learning the right way. They're actually starting to go up and do open mics now. At first, they weren't because they didn't know how. But now they get it. Now that they're comfortable, now they're confident to where they can go to an open mic and they won't, like, do terrible. They're working on material, so they're doing it the right way, you know. And we help them out, you know. I mean, anybody I see trying to do it, I help them out and be like, oh, this is how you kind of guide them the right way, you know.
You know what?
And they help us out too with the videos. They're like, hey, don't post this, don't post that, don't fucking post at this time. You know, they're little fucking lingo. So we're helping each other out. That's pretty dope.
Before we talk about the Toxico, I want to ask you a question though, because you know how Chris Rock just did a live show on the special?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think it's important what he said, like on TikTok, and then being in an actual stage is different. Because there's a lot of comedians, even podcasts I was listening to, talking about the Chris Rock special and saying how he did it live. And how a lot of people don't like to do live shows.
No, that's terrible. When I saw this shit, I was like, even when he did it, I was like, ooh, I wouldn't do that.
You didn't like it?
I wouldn't do live.
Okay.
Because he fucked up. And you saw that.
One of the jokes he fucked up.
Like,
oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, I fucked up the joke.
The slave joke, right? Like the
movie.
Emancipation.
The Will Smith, yeah.
It's like, to me, it's like comedy is like works live when you're there live. But when you're recording it live, it's not the same. I don't think it's the same. I don't like it. I don't see the interest in that. I'd rather show you like a polished like material than a material that is just like, I might mess up, I might not. It's like, then go pay to see me live, you know?
But yo pienso que lo hizo, I thought about that too. I think he did it for a purpose because of what he said at the end about Will Smith.
No, I think because they deleted it, no? I think it's something new. I think it's something new that they're trying, and he's just the first one to try it.
Okay.
It's like there's going to be a lot of that going on right now. The live shit is going to be, that's the new wave. Now concerts are going to be live. Look what Drake did and fucking Kanye West did. Like, that's going to be the new thing, fool. Like, now we're going to start seeing shit live. Like, oh, we don't have to go to Paris to see this soccer game. We're going to see this concert. We're going to see shit more live. That's like, we're entering that era of it being normal. I'm still like, it takes me a while to get into things.
I think
at first, I'm the hater that's like, I don't like it. And then I start, all right, I'll do it. I'll do a TikTok. Fuck it. You know?
But do you think it challenges you as a comedian? Like doing a live show?
I mean, I can do a fucking live show. Don't get it twisted.
No,
I'll do a fucking live show, but it's just like, what for? In my head, I'm like, yeah, like I see what you're doing. I don't like it. I think I was like, yeah, nah, I don't like it. But I mean, yeah, I'll do it. But at the same time, like, I don't see the benefit of that. I'm like, I get what they're doing. They're trying to push the whole live aspect of it, but I don't.
Yeah,
to me, it's like comedy. I don't know. For comedy, just give them a polished, organized, clean, like set. You know, what I do think is that the hour specials are like dying down. Like no one's watching an hour of comedy. 30 minutes is, I think, is the new wave because people want this shit quick.
Yeah.
They don't want the hour no more. For hours, it's like that. Right now, if you say, "Oh, you want to see his hour special?" Like, oh, that's a lot, dog. I don't know if I want to do watching the whole hour of comedy. I think that's different now.
Pero también a lot of the times, tú dijiste, lo mencionaste last time, sometimes a comedian, when they have like an hour special, like only 30 minutes are good anyways. Like there's fillers.
Shit. He's just talking shit. Huh?
No.
No,
What I mean is,
why don't you try it and see what
no, because there's comedy specials where you watch and you're like, fuck. Like Joe Coy. I love Joe Coy, right?
Right. But here comes the time.
No, but his newer shit,
right?
his newer shit, obviously you could tell they talk about personal or slower shit, and then comedy, and then talk personal again.
Yeah.
So I think people don't want this shit. They just want the meat and potatoes.
But see, that's
see what you're seeing. Like if you're like trying to dissect like what's funny and what's not funny, that makes sense. But a special is not that. A special is to let you know about his life. You're getting to what Joe Coy's making you do. He's fucking brilliant, fool. He's not just giving you jokes. Just like Fluffy's not giving you just jokes. He's giving you a piece of his life. You feel like you know him. When you watch Fluffy, when you watch Joe Coy, compared to like another comic that's just telling jokey jokes, you're gonna be like, the jokey joke guy is like, oh yeah, he's cool. But Fluffy, you're like, oh, I feel like I know him.
I relate to him.
I relate to him. I relate to his life. I relate to his like family. He's bringing you into his fucking life.
Gotcha.
And that's when you feel more in touch with him. You're more willing to buy a ticket to see Joe Coy and Fluffy than you would with these other comics that are just telling you little jokes or one-liners.
Makes sense.
Or just like a quick little joke. It's more, you're more connected to these people, and that's what they're doing. That's why they give you all this extra information, because it's like a podcast, kind of like letting you inside their world a little bit, and then they hit you with a joke.
You're telling a story, pretty much.
So
I think that's
watch your fucking mouth, dude.
And I said this a lot of times, like the build up to the punchline is the funny part, you know, because you're waiting and you're waiting, and like you said, that's why for us, like Mexican comedians, things that relate to us about our culture, our families, that's just fucking hilarious because we can all kind of relate to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like so George Lopez was like fucking giving you all this like stories about his life and his childhood. You're just like, you feel like you know him.
Yeah.
That's why when he hit hard, fool. When George came out, everybody was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Because he hit hard. He hit it right in the head, fool. I never heard anybody Latino like say it the way he said it. Paul Rodriguez said it, you know, but it didn't hit as hard because he was still like, if you see Paul, he would like white it up a little bit, like you could tell like he's doing it for not just us, he's doing it for everybody, and it's like, which is cool.
But I think it's porque en el tiempo que él salió también.
Of course.
It was, you know what I'm saying? Like,
of course,
the comedy world with Latinos now, I think is different than it was then. So everybody's like, fuck, I gotta wash it up.
Yeah, when George came in, it felt like he was talking to us, homie. He said, fuck everybody else, I'm talking to my band, and that's what it felt like. Fuck.
Have you ever felt you had to change your like?
I feel like
jokes?
that right now. I do feel like that right now where I'm at, because the special dropped. Everything is still cool. Like, I mean, it did. I started doing a tour. I'm starting to sell tickets. That's starting to be the thing, but it's not picking up as fast as I thought it was gonna be, and it made me feel like, should I change my material? Like, am I talking about Latinos too much? Am I just catering to like one like genre? Should I be more like universal? Like, what am I doing? So I'm at this weird balance of like, where am I going to go with this? Like, how far is this going to reach me? Or like, am I doing this right? Because I did it for my people, but then for some reason my people's not showing up like I thought they would.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, all right, well, I mean, they are coming out to my shows and shit, but like, not like, you know, when George came out with the Why You Crying, boom, everybody was supportive. Like, I didn't feel that kind of push. So it's making me regroup of like, all right, this next hour that I'm doing or half hour, it's gonna be different. Like I'm getting in one way it's a good thing, because it's making me be like, ahora sí, I'm gonna give you everything now. It's like, all right, I thought I gave you everything. Now it's like I'm really opening up myself and really going in and like trying to find being more fun, or like trying to find a more funnier version of myself that's more relatable. So yeah, so I'm changing that aspect, like, of how I'm coming with my jokes. I want to be a little bit more universal, but at the same time, I'm coming a little harder, you know? Totally. So that's the good thing that made me go back to the writing board. I'm at these open mics, just fucking struggling out again with these fucking people. Like, fuck, I got to go back to the roots, homie.
You know what's dope? That you're the first person to say that.
What?
Like that, as a comedian, like the first comedian to say that I've seen. that I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and boom.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna start working.
Yeah, dude. I mean, with that being fucking, like, you gotta keep it real, homie. Like, you know, a lot of people don't keep it real. Like, be fucking. That's one thing I learned about this. Like, the thing about like when you start being in the entertainment business, like you start lying. The thing is, like, a lot of comedians, a lot of people, like, will believe the lie, because it is a lie. It's a lie. Oh yeah, well, right now it's going like amazing. I'm doing this. I'm doing auditions, and it's like, are you really? You're going up for like central casting. You're doing like background work. That's not really an audition, homie. It's not like you're not really getting a movie for a big part. You know what I mean? So a lot of people lie. And then you got to be careful because you start believing these lies. You see a lot of people like do something on TikTok, they blow up and they think they're famous. And it's like, bro, like even fame is not real, fool. It's just like you're just popular. You're popular right now. This isn't real. Like you're not bigger than anybody else. You're not God. You're not fucking a bigger person. Hey, so I trip out when people talk about me. You're still human, fool. Relax, fool. Everybody calm down. Take a breather. So I don't believe any hype. Like when people come up to me and they say, "You're fucking the most funniest dude." Some comics walk away believing that. I'm the funniest dude. I'm the funniest. And they start walking around like they're the funniest dude. They start talking like they're the funniest dude. Yeah. But it's like, bro, that was one dude. He was drunk. He fucking got in your head.
And nobody's going to lie to you either into your face.
You know what I'm saying? Y también like están pedos, güey. He's going to wake up. He's not going to know who the fuck you are, fool. And you just went home believing that. Yeah. And you're walking around with that shit. That's poison, fool. And I don't believe in that. I hear it. I'm like, that's cool. Thanks. But in the end of the day, it's like, this is a job. This is like, I'm a human. Like, that's it. So don't take it too serious, fool. Like, no mames. You know what I mean? A lot of people take themselves way too serious. After the special, they start fucking acting different, talking different. You got to talk to my agent, my manager. This is my mom way. Just like, you know, we're all just fucking humans just trying to make it. So, that's why I try to keep it as honest as I can. I don't like to fake the funk because then you start becoming a different human, you know? Because
you get caught up in that shit, no?
Yeah, because that happened to me when I did the Netflix thing with Chingo Bling. I was on Netflix también. Mm-hmm. And I caught myself, like, I would go back home and I caught myself talking a certain way. And I caught myself, like, saying things a certain way. And then I saw how people were reacting. What sparked it up for me was, like, I was at the bar back home with my friends, and I'm telling them, like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm on tour, I'm doing this, you know. And I remember saying, like, oh, dude, I really don't want to get recognized right now because this. And I remember, like, talking like that. But I believed it. I really did. Like, I wasn't in the mood to get recognized. I was on the road a lot. Yeah. And I was in Faao, and I didn't want somebody to come talk to me. I was, like, not in a good place because, you know, it's draining. And then I remember I turned to go get a beer, and the reflection of the mirror bounced, like, you know, in the bar. It bounced back. And I saw my friends going like, "Hi, let's do it." And that was like, oh, I'm that guy. I'm the guy that everybody's talking behind their back like, this flax, like he's the. And that's when I'm like, oh, I woke up and I said, I can't be that. I got to be real with what's happening, you know? So that changed everything for me to be like, nah, I want to keep it honest. And plus my dad helps. My dad fucking
keeps you grounded.
Cálmate, mío. Compa, para mí vales verga y siempre vas vale verga, compa. Like, my dad just keeps me fucking humble, dude. Real fucking quick, dude. Yeah, so he's like, my dad is fucking, he humbles me real fucking quick.
Yeah, I think that's my dad too. My dad is the same way.
Yeah.
Dad, compré casa.
¿Y qué? ¿Y qué? Pero la estás pagando. Hasta que la termines de pagar.
Oh, it's my dad.
Yeah,
no,
yeah. Food, Latinos love to like keep you on fucking check, homie. You try to presumir, güey. Este pendejo compró caro, pero no compró casa.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm trying my fucking best out here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's my mom, too.
Yeah, I graduated. About time, cabrón, chingado. Porque, like, damn, dude, just say thank you. And you're proud of me.
Yeah, that's my dad. My brother, too, Eduardo.
Damn, fool, you look like you hit you hard, fool.
You hit you hard.
Because my dad has always been like that, fool. He's like, ¿qué? ¿Te crees?
Yeah, dude.
Ya no te voy a decir ni verga.
We're like, as Latinos, we're like fucking battling at the house. We're just like trying to get approval. We're fighting for approval, fool. Fuck, dude.
That's what's our fucking biggest problem. Us growing up, our fucking trauma and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Like, we're always looking for validation. And shit. Like, even now with my mom, I'm like, fuck, did she see that? Did I make her proud and shit? You know, like, fuck.
No, it's so funny. Like our parents have like a strong voice, and they don't know how strong it is. And they say like it's funny because I tell my dad, I was like, oh, you act like you're like the king of the house. And you're right. You are the king. And as the king, you should have some responsibility. Like, you're out here fucking talking a lot of negative shit, but imagine if you said positive shit. I mean, look what the fucking negative shit does to us, but imagine if you said something positive, what it would do to us. It would just bring more. And I tried telling him this, and he's like, I don't know, empieza con tus mamadas, cabrón. All right, well, there goes that, you know?
Yeah.
But as long as we figure it out now, we work it on the next generation, I think.
Especially being fathers, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to help the kid. But, I mean, I don't want this motherfucker to be like, fuck you, Dad. You're not shit. I don't care anymore. I'm fucking moving out. It's like, dude, I'm fucking giving you everything. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he might not be like that. My girl says, he's not going to be like that. He will not be like that. I mean, you don't know. Yeah. You don't fucking know.
Have you ever thought about like him watching you one day, like on one of these specials, and be like, what the fuck? My dad said that shit? Like,
no, not really. Because to me, it's like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be open. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna like hide it. I'm just gonna be like this. This is my job. Like, this is what it is. Like, I look at it as like, this is a job. This is what I like. Like, I don't think I'm good at anything in the world. I'm just like this. I like this world, and it's a job. No more than that. It's like, I don't have to be. I don't know. It's a trip because like what I'm doing, like I guess like attention and you know, people like recognize you, that comes with it. But I don't try to let that like get in the way of that it's a job. It's still it's un trabajo, you know what I mean?
Simón.
So that, I think that's just like, that comes with it. That's what the, you know, being a comedian, like it comes with like people knowing you and getting to know. That's a part of the job, right? Mm-hmm. So,
has your dad ever gone to your shows?
Yeah, fuck yeah, fool. He loves it, fool. He's the fucking star of the jokes. Fool. So he goes over there. He's like, he's Mr. The fuck me guy. So he just shows around. Hey, I'm that guy he's talking about. He loves
he's
it.
that one guy with shades, walking in with shades and shit.
No way, he takes pictures with people with fans and shit. Like, he likes the attention.
There's merch y todo.
Yeah, for real, fool.
They live through us, dog. Our parents live through us in one way.
Nah, yeah, he likes it. I mean, he's even calling me, giving me advice for jokes. So, yeah, he's like, mijo, yeah, wait. Tengo una broma, güey. Ayer, güey. And I'm just like, dude. Like, I hear it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll write it down. I'll see what's up. Pero hazlo, Joto. Hazlo, güey. No seas pendejo, güey. There's $1,000,000 aquí, güey. I'm like,
¿Tú hablas inglés?
Nah, fool. Like, if he speaks English, he talk like this. Like, hey.
Okay,
you know, that happened today. But his mind, he fucking gave you un pinche verbón, güey.
Yeah, he was.
Today, that happened today. For fantastic.
That's how my mom is. You know, it's crazy because I don't know how she understands Asian people that can't speak English right. And you know how they can't speak English right either, right?
Yeah.
Some Asians?
Yeah.
Dude, I just see them have full-blown conversations. I'm like, what the fuck are they saying?
Find themselves in this middle.
They find that middle ground.
It's
like, what the fuck just happened?
Fool, it took me till I was like 19, 20 to realize what my uncle, my dad used to say. My dad used to say, and my uncle used to say, katemen.
Oh, katemen. Yeah, they have their own little language, right? Their own little words.
Yeah.
Katemen. Sana
She knows it's katemen.
It's from Michoacán, dog.
Yeah. That's what they were trying to say.
Yeah, my mom used to always say, motherfucker. But then she felt like that was normal. And I'm just like, Mom, you can't, like, that's a bad word.
Yeah.
But she thought it was like a normal reaction. She's like, motherfucker. El motherfucker. I'm like, Mom, that's a bad word. Like, you gotta know that. You know, she's at Walmart. Motherfucker, can you help me? I'm like, no, you can't be calling people motherfuckers.
My dad una vez dijo, fuck you. He used twice.
You know what the fucking double use.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
You.
Hey, dog, he's letting you know who that.
But he wasn't talking about just the you. He was talking about the you inside of
you.
Yeah,
like, if you didn't know,
both the yous, homie.
Now you know, fool.
Yeah, that's fucking cold-blooded right there. I would have walked away going like, fuck, that fool just fucked me inside. Fuck the you inside of me.
Like, all right, dog, I get it, my bad. This shit was going deep down inside my soul.
Yeah, dude. But the moral of the story is fucking just stay true to yourself, dog. Just be honest.
Yeah.
You know? Because I bet you do that. In any job that you work at, people that become managers and they start acting different. Like, no mama's.
I see that every day, man. I see that every day. And it's like you said, it's a trip. How something so small can change someone so much.
It's the ego, dog.
Yeah, egos are
a lot of that is too like the attention you don't get as a kid. You fucking get it somewhere else, and you've been fighting for that attention. Somebody else gives it to you, you fucking woo, because you never had it.
Yeah.
People that have that attention, fool, look how humble they are. Fool, they're just like, oh yeah, it's cool, thanks, because they had it when they were kids. They don't fucking worry about it. They're not fighting for it.
That's true.
Know? Some fucking these güeritos are traveling through Europe trying to figure out themselves because their parents didn't. They told them they were the best every day. You're the best. I love you, champion. You're my favorite. And they're just like, fulfilled. They're not fighting for anything. They're just like, oh, I don't care. Like, oh, what's out there for me? You know, it's like they hear it every day. They're diluted with love. You know what I'm saying? And we're over here fighting for that shit.
That's true. It's the streets. It's a survivor's world, dog.
Did your dad ever tell you he loved you? Like, I don't think my dad has ever told me he loved me.
I think
no, he still hasn't. No, says my mom. Wait, that's the Roku way. Fucking, he still needs love.
No, because you know I was telling you.
Yeah.
He's
never told you.
I don't think he's ever told me I love you. Oh, damn.
Would it be weird if he told you?
Yeah, now I would. Fuck yeah.
You know what you should do?
Be uncomfortable?
Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck?
You should break the ice, dog. Like, honestly, like, you
just
know,
tell
like,
him.
I tell my son like, every fucking
but
day.
but your dad too. Yeah. Like, you know, from experience. Like, my dad passed away a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He, our relationship was like that. Fool was like whatever, you know. Like, I would associate myself more and talk to my mom. Like, my dad wasn't really talkative, or he was there. He was in our lives. The whole, you know, we lived together.
Oh, he's one of those like that was sheltered in and didn't like express anything.
Yes, very much. Very much.
A lot of Latino dads are like that. They're just kind of like,
he's like very.
Like, oh, no, that's all.
Oh, he wouldn't even do that,
his
bro.
own thing. He just fucking goes off and does his own thing. You're kind of like, he's just like there.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, but he's not here. You know, but he's there. Like, if you need him, I guess. But he's man of like little words and shit.
Exactly.
A lot of my homies had dads like that. And I always tripped out on those people. Like,
yeah, it's different. Like, como te digo, with my son, every fucking day. I love you, mijo. What's up, son? I call him Sonny. Entonces, I love you, son. I love you, dad. I make sure he knows I love him because I know, like, at the end of the day, it does mold you. It does affect you.
No, it does. Well, think about it. Like, vamos lejos, way. Like, if our parents would have said that constantly, I think we would be a different
You'd be backpacking through Europe.
Yeah, we were. Right now, we'd be fucking taking shrooms, going to the mountains, like finding our inner peace and shit. Like
he's on a mission to find his new like comedy bits, and he's like, I need to go.
That's why I always say, like, when my white friends, when I would hang out with them, fool, I was like, fool, these like drugs are for white people, fool, that had like came in like a good home, because like when they would take shrooms, they're like over here, like, oh, we're going through the universe and this and that. Fool, when we take it, we're like, why did my dad say I love you? What's going on? Like, we're like deep about our own family. About why don't you feel happy? Like, no mames, like,
You're right, yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Fucking shrooms are not for people like us. We're fucked up mentally.
We're trying to fix a big
I told this fool I would never do that shit. Like, when he like, you know how
I've contemplated it. I told this fool.
I mean, I feel like it will like open like a door, like switch a gear that you were like, you know, and it's just like, it'll change like your whole like cycle, and you're gonna be like, whoa, I didn't look at life this way, and then you start thinking differently.
Have you ever done it?
No, but fucking, I haven't done it, but like I've done like weed and stuff like that made me like start thinking differently. Like, hey, why am I doing this for what?
Yeah.
So you start like questioning, like, or like you start becoming more conscious of like life. You're like, hey, what is this? Like, what are we doing here? What's happening? What am I really looking for? At least with me, I always go into myself a lot and be like, well, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
What am I looking for? And then I try to figure it out.
Okay.
At least with me.
That's what's dope about life, dog. Different experiences, situations, you know, that occur in our lives and shit. Really make you think about it.
That's funny you say that, because like I think like the reason why I was so like, me and my dad have a great relationship. We're like really close. We're like fucking like best friends. But that took time. And the reason why was because I moved out. I moved out to LA, and then I was struggling out here. You know how it is. Like, you moved out trying to find money, and then all this made me realize, like, how did they do it? And I started respecting his grind. I'm like, oh, you had it. Now everything that he bought me, I'm like, oh, I get it now. You didn't have money for it, but you money that you were trying to save, you just gave it to me. So that's when I'm like, oh, dude, this is like, who the fuck am I to start talking shit about him? Or like, you know what I mean? To like throw it in his face, to be like, you weren't there. It's like, motherfucker, he's trying. And even when I had a baby, like, I realized, like, oh, my dad, because I'm having the baby, I'm looking at him and I'm just like, fuck, fool. I feel like he's going to know that I ain't shit. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's what I'm worried. I'm like, oh, he doesn't know that, because I'm scared. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying. But then I'm like, that was my dad. My dad didn't know. Yeah. He's trying. So why am I going to talk shit to someone who's trying? Yeah. Motherfucker's trying his best. So I'm like, so that made me think of look at him differently. Especially when I moved out here. Like, I would call him and I would like, sometimes I would tell him, like, ¿sabes qué? Like, how did you do this? Yeah, 3, que pa' que vea, cabrón. Pa' que vea. Me parto la madre, cabrón. Pa' que veas, cabrón. And I'm just like, no, neta, like, mi respeto's like, fuck. Why didn't I know it was like Like that's when you start, understanding him a little more. And that's what happened to me. That relationship like amended that amended our relationship because I was like, oh, okay, I understand now. And I started respecting. I started to stop looking at him as just like my dad. I started looking at him like, yo, this guy has information. So talk to him about it. So I kept telling him like, what should I do here? What, you've done this. What did you learn from this? And he's like, no, don't get a credit card from Curaçao, pendejo. They're gonna te chingando. They know. They've been through the game. They know. Yeah. Talk to them. You know what I mean? So
I think my dad's still paying the fucking microwave we got.
That's what I'm saying. My dad like
close that shit down. He's still paying it.
Yeah, fucker, trying to get a car. And he's
Montgomery Wards, también. Montgomery Wards. Yeah.
Trying to get a car también, güey. And it says, pendejo, güey. No, the zero down payment, cabrón. And so all this shit they learn. So your dad is like a guy who has all this information. You just got to go ask. And then I'm more curious about his life. I'm like, what did you do here? How did you do this? And like, when you grew up, why did you do this? And so then we just started getting to know each other. I got to know my dad, I asked him who he was, So, yeah, dude. No, la neta, güey.
That's what we do here, dog. That's what we do here.
I know, get off.
No, but it's funny you said that because remember a couple of weeks ago we had Joe from the Isimo Pod?
Yeah.
And he was talking about the same thing, bro. Yeah. And just imagining our parents, like my mom's an immigrant, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if your dad is or not.
No, he's not. No, he's American. He's a citizen now.
They're from Arizona.
But even then, like a lot
Republican from Arizona.
We all know someone or a lot of our parents coming here not knowing the language, not knowing how shit works here, like how it's run. Is like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, dog, dude. I don't think I could do that shit. Like, I mean, I think if it push comes to shove, yeah, but you know what I mean? Just the thought of it.
Yeah, they'd have to figure it out, you know what I mean? Like but that's the thing is like, you should definitely like take that as and you should take that with you whenever you're stuck in a job. Like if anybody's listening, like in their own job. If you're ever stuck and you're like, I don't know if I could do this, motherfucker, your parents didn't know either and they did it. Mm-hmm. So just aviéntate, güey. Try it. Don't fucking feel like this isn't for you. And a lot of things that we grow up with, it's like we feel like we don't deserve anything because they tell us that. That's true. What the fuck? And we feel in America, we feel like, nah, we don't, we deserve nothing. We also have that mentality of like, that's for other people. That's for los gringos, güey. That's not for us, dog. Fuck that, homie. Like, we gotta start change that shit. Like, it's like we are American. They sacrificed for us to have access to all of this. So fight for that. Don't fucking be scared to like ask for a raise and fuck that, homie. Don't be afraid to be like, hey, I need to get paid more if I'm gonna be speaking Spanish at work. A lot of us. How many times do you have a job and they pay you the same, and they can you translate this for me? Put your foot down and be mamon the way they're mamones and be like, hey, pay me more for speaking Spanish or else for what?
I hope my employees ain't watching this shit.
Yeah, no, right. Pay your employees. This is those fucking immigrants like, oh, minimum wage is $5. I don't know what you're talking about. Still have the 70s fucking.
He goes to Home Depot, fool.
Nah, man, I bet.
I do dog to buy shit though, fool. Come on.
Yeah,
do they still hang around at Home Depot?
Yeah, they do. But you know what? But it's dope now because they've actually Home Depot kind of.
It's dope now.
No.
It's dope now, fool. Because Home Depot gives them water now, fool.
No, like they have like a setup for them and shit. Like they have setups for them. They're hustling, dog. Like some of the hardest working people. Like to be honest.
Well, a lot of people go to Home. The thing is that there's money there because a lot of people go to Home Depot for that. They go to pick them up and they go and buy the equipment in Home Depot.
A lot of contractors are.
Yeah, they just like, or I'd rather go to the Home Depot than Lowe's. If you're like a guy who doesn't know anything, he's like, oh, I'm just going to go get a day laborer, buy the stuff, and then walk out. It's a win-win. It's all on one trip.
Simon.
So that's what they're like, fools are bringing them in business. No mames.
Yeah.
So you go to Lowe's, those got to look it up and see what it's for. It's all whitewash.
Have you ever paid for a day laborer?
No.
Me neither. I had a homie, a comic who did.
For what? What do you use it for?
To move. Because he was moving. He needed help.
He has no homies or
no way. He like needed men. But he had a day laborer full, and then he just picked them up like 2 or 3 and helped them move.
Who was it, Jerry?
I think it was Martin Rizzo. You know who Martin Rizzo is? Yeah. Martin Rizzo. Wait, just get him on the podcast to talk about it.
But you know what?
That's the way he said that he got like a whole crew. It's smart though. He said like he paid him like $50 for it. He said like they did everything. He just told him like, I want all this. And then fucking in this car.
But that fool looks like he would get deliverers. I don't think he does work himself.
No, but no, man. That fool can barely like pick himself up in bed. Fool, he's like little scrawny. Yeah, dude.
No, next thing you know, he's gonna hire you to do those jokes and shit.
Yeah, no shit. Fucking Martin Rizzo, fool. That fool's like a little, still looks like a kid, huh?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was a fucking like 16, dog.
I thought he was sick too. I'm like, for you.
No, 16, wait. 16, wait. No, I'm gonna be talking.
No, you said sick.
I said 16.
You said sick.
16. That was on the with Felipe, huh?
Yeah, Felipe Esparza, homie. Yeah, man.
So let's talk about your your thing right now. You're with those Toxicos.
With the Toxicos, man.
You, Jerry, Concrete, and Valentino. How did that come about, bro? Like
that actually was a Jerry. Me and Jerry did this thing for Big Boy, and he really liked us. And he said, "I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something with you guys. Like we want something," because he had a comedy show. So we're like, I don't know, man. Like let's do a little. Like we said, what do you guys need that I can help? We want a tour. Like can you get us a tour just before the HBO? And then he's like, all right, well I can organize a tour for you guys. And he's like, well you need another act. So then we got Cholo Fit, el pinche Frank Quiñones.
Simón.
And then Frankie said that he could do it. And then de repente, like, it took a long time. Like, the show was like 3 months in advance. And we're like promoting it for 3 months. And then Big Boy ended up like signing a deal. You know, not to get too much into his business, but he signed like some deal that he couldn't do it. Because then it's going to intervene that deal. So he's like, hey, I gotta come out. I gotta drop out. Like that's between. So I'm just gonna leave that tour for you guys. But we already picked the name. Jerry picked the name. Los Toxicos, whack ass name. I hate the name.
Bro.
No, I hate that name. Food Toxicos, no mames, way. My girl's like, what's so toxic about you? What do you mean by toxico? Letting these bitches know you're fucking toxic out here. I'm like, sounds like you're toxic. No, I'm just kidding. No, but then you know, so then we did it with but then we needed one more guy. So then we got Concrete. So we did one in Phoenix and we got Concrete. So it's me, Concrete, Jerry, and fucking Cholofit. And then Cholofit's like, oh, I just got the Hulu thing with this fool.
Yeah.
I'm be busy. I can't. We're like, oh, it's all good. So then we stopped. And then de repente Concrete was like, well, we can keep going with fucking Jay Valentino. And we were kind of like, you know, in the air because I'm like, well, these guys aren't comedians. But then we're like, well, fuck it. Let's just try it. And then we tried it. And then it worked. We just mushed together and we just kind of like, yeah, it was fun, dude. And now it's just fun. Like, honestly, it feels like one of my favorite like shows to do because we don't have no manager or agent, so we just like do it all ourselves. And it's fun. It's like un cotorreo. It's just like homies just hanging out. And then we're all like the same camada, so we're just kind of like relating to everything. And it's fun, fool. It really is fun. So then we're hitting up all these cities, and then they do all these, like, they dress up in, like, los bookies, way.
That's what I was going to tell you, yeah.
And they hacen desmadre. It's puro desmadre, way. Like, fucking Concrete's over there hosting, taking off his shirt, fool, doing skits. It's fucking hilarious, dog. And then we go up and we'll do, like, 15 minutes. And then Jay will come up and do 15 minutes. And then Jerry will finish it or we'll switch, whatever. And at the end, they'll do, like, a big skit. So it's with they're all dressed up and shit. So it's funny. It's a fun little, like, show. It's
different.
Yeah, and it's like we're talking to the crowd. It's a fucking hang, bro. It's literally like if you come to the show, it's just a bunch of dudes like just hanging out, like un cotorreo, like that's what it is.
That's what I was gonna tell you that I thought was pretty interesting because it's a good mix. You got like Concrete and Valentino who are known for skits, you know, especially on social media. And you were talking about it earlier, how you're over here just stand up, so they're giving you a different side of it.
Oh yeah. They're making us like learn how to do skits, and then we're teaching them how to do stand up. But they're getting into the stand up world too. Like they do like material. They'll do like 8 minutes and shit. So that's funny.
Simon.
You know, so we help them out and shit. So yeah, I mean it's fun. You guys should get on the stage too, homie. Just fucking.
I'm pretty down. Yeah, like I said
this year.
They told us.
Look at that. I see his face already with excuses.
No, here's the thing.
He's walking through the door already.
Everybody's telling us don't do open mics. Don't do open mics.
Why
and
not?
shit. Because that is like the saddest thing in the world and shit. Like.
Yeah, but that's what you need, fool.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what you need. You need open mics to because I look at this like this, like you're going for stop looking for the fucking drug, which is like the laughs. You're looking for that. Just don't look for that. Like, look at it. I love open mics because it's like, fool, you're gonna bomb, then why fucking just try it? Just try it. Then what? You have to lose. Yeah. You're going in there knowing that you're gonna lose, and fucking, and don't give a fuck, and just give it everything, and then I bet you'll get a laugh. On a place that you weren't supposed to get a laugh, that's when you know you have something. You know what I mean? So just viéntate con todo, güey. ¿Qué te cuesta, güey? Nobody's gonna. If you're already gonna bomb, all right, fuck it then. I'm just gonna go in there. It's like if somebody says like, "Oh, you're gonna go fight these two guys, and they're just gonna whoop your ass." You're like, "Fuck it, well, I'm gonna go in there swinging like crazy." Well, swing like crazy on stage, fool. Fuck, you got nothing to lose. You never know, you might knock these fools out. You're like, I wait. Huh? And that's the thing about the stand up. Like, you're going up on stage, you're scared, you're just saying whatever, fool, and then record yourself. Because then before you know it, you'll see like, "Oh, I got a big laugh there. Oh, I'm gonna keep that joke." And next time you open up with that one, and then you do another open mic, you find another minute. And then you do like 10 of them. Now you have 10 minutes. Fucking, it's that simple, bro.
How long is open mics normally? ¿Cuánto?
No, come on, it's 5 minutes. You don't want to do more than 5 minutes, especially your first time. Just do 5 minutes. It's gonna feel like a
1 hour special and shit.
No. It's just
no, because
open mics are tough, fool. Like, I would just do 5 minutes max. Don't try to do more. A lot of comics are like, "Oh, we'll do 10 minutes." Don't do, just do 5, fool.
Shit, I wrote down a lot of shit, and 5 minutes looks like a lot, fool.
Well, it is a lot, but then
I'm like, fuck, this is 30 seconds only. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that's the thing that you'll learn that when you go up there, you're gonna realize, oh, this is a lot. Let me tone it down. Your brain is gonna start learning how to like talk faster or like cut the fat. We call it cut the fat. Just cut the fat and just get to the funny part. You're gonna find the funny part, and then you're just gonna learn how the grind is. Before you know it, you start thinking like a comedian. You start thinking about like, oh, this is way too long. I need to cut it down, you know? But yeah, do open mics. Fuck, who the fuck said don't do open mics?
Who was it?
I think it was Isimo.
Gerardo?
Yeah, Gerardo.
Gerardo.
He's the
First of all, Gerardo, you need to start doing open mics. This is my moment. Fucking Gerardo, dog. Start doing open mics. Bro. Fuck that. Hit up open mics. Learn how to fucking get that tough skin.
Yeah, you know, he just said that it's one of the toughest scenes to go. He's like, no, he didn't say don't do open mics. He said don't go to open mic shows.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah. Because you will be like, fuck this. He's right, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Go to an open mic show. You will look at him and be like, fuck that. Way, fuck, this is embarrassing.
That's what he said. He's like, do not. That's like the saddest thing. If
that
you're gonna go to comedy,
okay. Jardo, I'll come back. I apologize. You're right. I would say this: if you are gonna try to get inspired, don't go to an open mic to get inspired. Because go open mic, it's like you're watching train wrecks and people, the cringiest thing, it's uncomfortable. People are bombing. It's sad as fuck. It's dark way. It's fucking dark way. It's like watching homeless people fuck. So you're like, this is disgusting. This is uncomfortable. This is gross. You know what I mean? It's not pretty, bro. It's like where jokes are like dying. People are just dying up on stage. Terrible. So then you just leave like, oh, this is terrible. It's dark. But then when you go to like an actual comedy show and you see that jokes that work, you're like, fuck, this is fun. This looks like you feel like when you go to a good comedy show, you feel like I could do that. That's a good comedy show. When the comic makes you feel like I could do that shit. That shit fucking looks easy. Yeah, we made it look easy, but it takes a while to get that fucking, sharp.
This one likes to go to Bobby Lee's.
Oh, yeah, Bobby Lee's is fucking cool.
Bobby Lee's, how se encuera.
Oh, sí.
Y le pone las patas a este güey. A este güey le encanta esa madre.
This was just waiting for him to get undressed. He said, take your shirt off already.
On the season pass, like this one's a taco. Take it off.
Season pass or what?
Eso se pasa de verga, Bobby.
Sí, güey, butt naked.
Hey, so now you know where to go to hear those dark jokes, dog.
Yeah, for go to these open mics. Never take a date either to an open mic. Oh, fuck. That's the worst.
Serio?
That's the driest pussy you ever fucking in your life. That shit is... Girls get so fucking turned off with an open mic. And then when you're starting out, take some time before you start inviting people. Because that's the first thing that people are going to do. Like, bring people. Then we get a show. I'm like, no, take some time.
Okay.
And then, But yeah. But I would say this. If you want to be a comic, I would say this. It's like, if you want to be a good comic, like an actual good comedian, just know that you got to sacrifice at least 7 years of your life before you start getting good. If you're willing to do that, then try it. But if you're not willing to put in 7 years of just bombing, not getting paid, struggling, crying because nothing's working, feeling like a loser every day because it's not clicking, then don't do it. It's not for you. But like, if you're a real comic, it's like when you go, a real comic though, if you're looking at it as just like a business, like I'm just going to go and fuck around. Yeah, I mean, anybody can do that. But a real comic, if you go up on stage and you bomb and you get off and you still want to do it because there's something inside you that needs to get fulfilled, then you're a comic. Then this is for you. Other than that, then don't mess with it. It's like it's a bad drug to start.
It's passion.
Yeah, because then you're just going to keep hurting yourself, and then you that's a meter in drugs, and then alcohol. You're going to be an alcoholic. You're going to be that bitter guy at the bar.
That's what I was going to say, bro.
Don't do it.
I don't want to have that comic mentality.
Yeah, dude. You
Drunk.
Yeah.
Always on drugs.
Yeah.
Broke.
That's like the mom. ¿Vas a andar en drogas? No todo corajudo. Yeah, no, I seen comedy like ruin people's lives. Just like, fuck, fool. They just like are in this dark place. And you're like, ooh.
Fuck that.
So, yeah.
No, you're right. Because I think Felipe even talked about it too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Felipe was antes usaba un chingo de desmadre.
Yeah.
Now he's a different type of comic. Because I remember when I first saw him, se vestía con slacks y la chingada. And I think I saw him in the comedy fiesta. Fiesta. Y ahorita pues ya se ve más hippie el güey.
Yeah.
Pero he always talks about that, what you said. Like, muchos comics, they go to the drug route.
Yeah, it's easy like, to go to the drug route because you're not getting love anymore. Like, you go up there, no one's giving you love. You're like at this dark place where you're just fucking... The environment as a comedian sucks. So, because it's like you're in these open mics, you're struggling, and people around you are having a normal life, and you're living this unnormal life. And people around you are buying houses, starting families, y tú estás batallando, güey. You're like struggling.
Yeah.
And you're looking around like, fuck, fool. You're not getting paid. You're not getting respected. The club owners don't even look at you in the eyes. They ignore you. You just feel like a piece of shit, way. You just feel like... So then the quickest thing to get a fix is a highway. You know, get drunk. You need something to uplift you a little bit. But if you're not smart up here to know that this is just temporary, then don't jump in. You got to be very smart up here. There's a lot of times where I saw that I was going that route, and I was like, whoa, don't. This is just temporary. This fucking bottom of the bucket is temporary.
Did you realize that yourself, or tenías alguien en tu corner que kind of like made sure?
No, I just I realized it. I just realized like you watch all these like shows and all these movies, and you always see like they're telling you the blueprint right there. All these fucking band people that go and become successful and they go and do drugs and all this. It's like, yeah, dude, because like you're chasing this high, acknowledge it, and just do the opposite. So that's what I do. I'm like, oh, like I watch these shows and I'm like, we're looking at the scene. But I watch these shows and they talk about like the behind the music or whatever. They talk about the struggle ages, the struggle. I'm like, oh, that's where I'm in. I'm in the struggle ages. Okay, cool. Just accept that you're here. Okay, so now I know. Like, oh, I'm not gonna jump into this because that's what they did.
Yeah,
I feel it. I understand why they would do it because I feel that now. But I'm not gonna do it because I'm like, I know what's gonna end up. I'm going to end up making it with a drug problem. Why would I do that? You know what I mean? So, just kind of like be aware of it and just be strong to be like, oh, and then also trust yourself, believe in yourself, okay, you're going to make it because, you can have doubts. And you can get into that world, and that world sucks too. You just like shut down and you're like, fuck, fool, you're never going to make it. And you believe it. It's like, ugh, that's a tough world. I've seen those comics también. And I'm just like, oh, don't do that, Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, bro, because I always wondered. That was one thing that I always wondered, like in a profession, where it's all laughs and shit, how people go down dark paths in that. So.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, it's so simple. Yeah, like being a comic is like it's this dark way. Like, and I look at it, I'm like, oh, I didn't think it was that dark. I thought it was going to be fun. And I mean, there is some fun parts, but for the most part, it's like, it's pretty dark. It's pretty it's pretty fucked up. But I think it's changing now. I think it's starting to change. Like the new generation, especially like the new generation is starting to help each other out. You're starting to like be more supportive.
Yeah.
More opportunities. Back then, if you bombed, still fucking the comics would just make fun of you and shit. Now it's like if you bomb, like that's all right, dude. You get the next one.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see that, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's new. That's new because that's cute. Because we didn't get that. That's cute. Now it's like, oh, dude, I just did a show and I just did a show in fucking Bakersfield and this and that. Oh, who booked it? Back in the day, they would be like, oh, some guy. But yeah, but he only books like certain comics. I'm like, oh, all right. Now it's like, oh yeah, here's his number. Here you go. Oh, now it's support, and now it's like, oh, okay, now we're sharing the fucking connect. Antes, well, you wouldn't share shit.
Yeah.
You keep that as a hush. You wouldn't even say that you did a weekend. You would keep that as like quiet as fuck, which is fucked up.
So let me ask a question, and I know it's kind of old,
Yeah.
No, the topic.
Yeah.
Were you for or against George?
Well, for
the what with the whole
for Ralph Barbosa?
Yeah, for the Ralph Barbosa.
Oh yeah, dude, I was against the whole mentality because he just exposed the mentality that I fucking hate, which is the like, who the fuck is it? Like, pa qué andas de cagazón? Like, for what? Like, But then you gotta understand like the whole story. You gotta understand like, oh, like that fool Chicharito kept bringing up a name, and George is trying to help Steve. And Steve was like, yeah, but we got to help these kids. And he was more frustrated. It's like, fool, you keep bringing up this fucking name. It's like right now, I kept talking about some, like if you guys have a high platform.
Yeah.
And I just fucking kept talking about somebody else's name. And you're like, and you know, by saying the name is helping the other person. Mm-hmm. And you're just kind of annoyed. You're like, fool, I'm helping you out. Like, oh, you're lucky that you're even in the seat. Yeah. Motherfucker, like, I'm helping you out. You're using my platform to help other people out. Like, fool, let's help you first. And then we get other people. That's what he was trying to say. Still fucked up. But I get where he was coming from. Pero the only thing that I was against the fucking mentality of like, because I'm not about that no more. I'm more about like helping everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I have a connect, I'm gonna give it to him. Like, oh yeah, you want it? Like, a mí que me cuesta, wey? Like, who cares? So just that's the only thing that I was kind of like, yeah, that's fucked up. And like the fact that he doesn't like help Latinos out, like that's fucked up too. Because it's like, bro, like Latinos are the ones that are helping you out. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like you're in this fucking platform that's high. You're like the king right now. Anything you say gets greenlit, and you don't want to help. Yeah. Like, where's fool? Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Like, where's our fucking like Latino Adam Sandler? Like, helps out his whole team. If you watch an Adam Sandler movie, it's his homies. Yep. It's his best friends. His best friends have a house, they have a car, they have a career. Fool. We don't have that. And you have all these fools like, and look at me, the fluffy. I'm not saying like use your money to help us out, but it's like, why wouldn't you? Yeah, I would, fool. Like I really would.
Or
like,
the platform at least.
Or like when I do shows, fool, I bring Latinos that I've seen like are opening up, and I take them with me. I don't give them much, but I show him what's out there. I showed him the game. I showed him like this is what it is. I talked to him afterwards about the business. I talked to him about how they can make money. I showed him because I'm sharing what they didn't share with me. So it's like, fool, why wouldn't I do that? So if I had money, why wouldn't I fucking go and do a movie and get all of us in it and invest money into a movie? Invest like, hey, dude, you're really funny. I know where you're going to be at. I'm going to connect you to this manager because I have access to this manager. I'm going to connect you because I know you're going to be big. I see comics that are huge, and I hit them up, and I tell the guy that did the HBO, oh, check out this fool. This was next. Check out this fool. This was next. Fool, like, why wouldn't I? Like, you know? Yeah. And that's what I hate about these fools, that they don't do that shit. They don't, or create projects that we can all be on. Like, you have the platform. You have the fans. Mm-hmm. Share your fans. They don't want to share the fans. They want it for themselves. And that's fucked up. And that, to me, is, like, fucked up because, you know.
It's mentality, bro.
It's but then that mean ellos, like, they're coming from a hurt place, too. Like, they came from a place where they treated them like shit. They didn't think they were going to make it, and then you make it. How are you not going to walk around with that resentment and be like, man, fuck these fools. I fucking made it, dog. Yeah. Imagine being that kid, you know, like Fluffy. I think about him, and I'm like, imagine, I heard that they would punk that fool a lot. They'll talk shit to him, this and that. Imagine being that kid, fool. Todo gordito, trying to fucking do jokes. He's trying to do it the right way. He's trying to make money. He's trying to come up, and people are just shitting on him. Your own community is just shitting on you, fool. Your own, like, comics are all shitting on you and shit. Yeah. And you fucking become the fucking man, bro. You become selling out arenas, selling out theaters. Like, how are you not going to be like, man, fuck everybody? How are you not going to have that? Like, I get it. But, I mean, it sucks that he has that. It sucks that he's there. I mean, but that's where he's at. You know what I mean? They're having that mentality like, man, fuck everybody. I'm winning now. Fuck that. Yeah. Like, I struggle to get here. I'm winning. You know? But... It would be nice.
It'll come, bro. I think it's gonna come because the generation, like you said, like you, other comedians are, you know, the community is getting more supportive. But I see that in the workforce in everyday life, man.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't want to. Someone that's been there for years doesn't want to teach someone that's new because it's like, oh, they're gonna replace me. Yeah, that's the mentality, the replacement mentality.
Yeah, no shit, fool. So it does feel like that. It feels like it's like this opening, right? And like this warehouse, right? We're all trying to get into this warehouse, and there's like one little opening. And then just like one person gets in, he can easily open the door for us, but he's not. And we're all watching him wander around the warehouse, and we're just like, fool, like banging on the door, like, fool, let us in.
Yeah.
And he's just ignoring us. That's what it feels like. It feels like, fool, you just open the door, dog. Just open it. Do one fucking project with us, fool, and expose us to all this. There's so much talent out here as Latino that you can expose us to, but they don't want to, fool. They want to roam around and enjoy the warehouse space on their own. And that's fucked up.
And we gotta take advantage, dog. Like that one time, I opened the gate, dog. Fools wanted to jump instead, so fuck, dog.
Ran through the door, dog.
I went through the door. Come through, dog. They want to jump, so fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully it changes. Hopefully people start changing. And it's not only in the comic game. It's in it's Latinos in general, full in the fucking workforce, everything. You know what I mean? Like I see it way. Everybody just, I don't know. We just gotta stop thinking like that. We gotta start helping each other out.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's jump into our no manches, dog. We have a segment, bro. I forgot to mention this to you. It's called no manches. So it's pretty much anything that's like a no mames.
Or I get it. Peeve. No. When you said it, I got it.
Yeah.
No manches, yeah.
I'll start it off, dog. I'm gonna go here again because I fucking hate this shit. So remember
the bathrooms again?
No, bro. Well, that's a whole different thing. Like remember one time I talked about In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A, the drive-through lines, how it's fucking stupid.
In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A, yeah. Fuck, I hate those drive-throughs.
Because they fucking like now, I don't know if they listen to my daughter, but
yeah, but they're listening right now. Dude. Yes, they're working on Sunday. They fucking hit the brakes.
Hey, dog, they're off Sunday, so you never know.
We have lines right now. He's fucking right. I haven't been to a Chick-fil-A in years, and I own it.
They're just ridiculous the way they're set up and shit, right?
Okay, but let me tell you this, dog. All right? Let me tell you this. Watch your mouth, dude. I like both of them.
Hey, I fucking love both, too, bro.
Okay, but fucking Chick-fil-A line is faster than In-N-Out's line. Hands down, way. Hands down.
It also has less people, too.
No, says my mom, way. So the fucking line is way smoother, way faster. They're more polite with the smiles, and it just like it's more. I guarantee you, dog, it's way more smoother.
They're polite with the smiles.
I mean, you know what I mean? La sonrisa que ayuda, güey. It's helpful. I mean, it feels nice. You're having a bad day in traffic, LA, fucking fuck you, this and that. Like, yeah, can I get a fucking deluxe sandwich and this and that? Sure. They have a nice day.
But you know how like they're all fucked up, like. Yeah. Blocking the street or entrances to supermarkets. So now they fucking put cones, right?
Yeah.
But that shit still makes it fucking worse because now they blocked off like an entrance or an exit into the shopping center. So it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, figure it out.
Okay, this is what you guys need to do. In-N-Out, this is what you need to do. Buy a whole fucking corner away and just fucking they always have like small locations. And it's like, bro, get bigger, get a bigger, stop being in the corner. Where you're closer to the street, get in the middle of the fucking, you know what I mean? Like in back of the warehouse or something, or like on the fucking the store property or something. Because since my mom, that shit is the lines are pretty crazy.
Yeah, and the parking too, like or they block off parking, so you park, you literally have to wait for the cars to get out of the drive-thru.
I seen that. That's a fucking gangster move, fool. The lines are through the fucking parking way. You have to wait until that's fucking crazy, fool. But it's like Peto's way.
So, yeah, people cut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they come on the other side? Yeah. That's why they put cones now, I think, too.
So what do you want to do to fix it?
I don't know, Doug. Like you said, buy a fucking bigger lot,
solution.
Yeah, fool. You here just fucking complaining? Find a solution.
If the owner of In-N-Out can have a fucking, like, I don't know how many acres in Santa Barbara, dog, pass an acre to fucking every In-N-Out, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe.
Have his own spot.
Huh?
Have his own spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not even that, but just like that whole little area.
But you don't think that the lines are kind of fast, though? I think they're kind of fast.
They are, but I'm just saying, like, even then, they still fill up no matter what.
Oh, there's always going to fill up. Period. And there's always going to be a line. Okay, but let me tell you this. Let me blow your fucking minds, Californians. All right? Guess what, bro? This is a California problem. Because in Arizona, there is no lines.
Because you have no people and shit.
Watch your fucking mouth. Watch your fucking mouth. There's lines, but no se pasan. They don't fucking come out of the fucking thing. And that's in California, bro. And when I go back home in Arizona, I remember my family was like, hey, let's go to Krispy Kreme's. I'm like, fuck it, wait in line?
Yeah, fuck that.
Out of here, fool. But then I was like, I guess we're all going to go. Fuck it, we went. Dog, there was no fuck. I was like, what is... And I forgot that, this is a California way. In Arizona, people live their lives.
What do you think it is?
A lot of people. Están montonados de gente, güey. Over there, it's like, people just, you literally don't struggle. You guys are the only ones that struggle.
Yeah.
And that's it. You guys could have that complaining shit, but it's
now I gotta defend California, dog.
No, I'm not saying California. I'm not saying California is bad. I'm just saying, like, what you're saying is like, yeah, bro, leave California. You'll see the difference.
Oh, I know.
Period. Like, you're over here like, oh, fucking, because you live in California.
Yeah.
Period. Once you leave, life is a lot slower. I guess, it's boring over there, but it's slower. But it's like less stressful when it comes to traffic and waiting and this and that. No, you won't have to worry about none of that shit. And you'll be able to afford a house. What I do trip out about California is that you motherfuckers be owning one house in your lifetime. When you leave California, people own like houses, like 3 properties in their lifetime or 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And right here you get one. You have to get with this one property, and they're like, "Fuck."
And you think you're a badass.
You think you're a fucking badass. But if you sell the motherfucker here, you can buy 4 properties when you leave it.
Yeah.
That's why the cholos are going to Arizona, Dad.
Yeah, they're fucking buying houses cash, homie.
They migrated to Victorville first, all the cholos, and then now they're going to Arizona and shit.
So when the pandemic hit, like a lot of people, when I was in Arizona during the pandemic, a lot of people left California and were buying houses cash. Cash, way. Because they're only like 200,000 a house over there, like for 3 bedroom or something at the time. Now ya subió los precios, pero fuck, people were buying them fucking cash, like nothing.
I got lucky. Mine salió como 350.
Ay, güey.
Redlands on that.
Redlands?
That's Arizona. Mini Arizona.
The neighbors are all meth heads and shit. That's still a meth lab, but it's nice. It's a nice fucking house.
Nah, Redlands is actually nice. It's a nicer neighborhood in IE.
Don't sell me Redlands. Redlands, fool. Huh? You know the best part of Redlands is getting the fuck out of Redlands. Just getting the fuck. Dude, I don't even stop for gas in Redlands. I'll keep it going. Every fucking ratchet girl I ever dated was in Redlands, fool. Fuck, fool.
Crack kids and Trumpers, dog.
Yeah, a lot of Trumpers, a lot of fucking people with no teeth.
What's your no manches, dog?
My no manches? I'm gonna stick with the whole genre de los fast foods.
I thought fat foods. I was like, what?
The fat foods.
The fat foods.
Fuck, dog.
You fucking hate yourself or what?
No, I'm kidding. No, it's fucking the In-N-Out is notorious for doing this, and Chick-fil-A is notorious. They have the people stand outside.
Oh, you don't like that?
No, I don't mind it, but no mames.
What?
Why you make them stand outside when it's fucking raining?
Se pasan de verga. Fool. No seas mamá, güey. First of all, fool,
go off on California.
They're fucking like in high school, fool, so fuck those fools, dog. Que sepan lo que es sufrir a la verga. Y aparte, güey, it's like, fool, you're just getting orders, my guy. No, this is construction. Talk about our people in the fucking construction.
That's true.
Este culero has people right now fucking...
No, but esos güeyes en feria.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
Do that
yeah,
shit.
but look at the job, fool. They just sit around and take an order.
That's
and
true.
There's rain. This is America, baby.
That's true.
That's America, baby.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's
Plus,
the
they have
best
like a
job
little
you can
patio,
have.
dog.
Nah, they make them walk them fucking back and forth.
No, but they're
Plus,
underneath.
those
Just in the front.
morritos, they're fucking full. They're like, they're over there hitting on each other. Full. Like, this is what you're doing after. I'm going to a sick ass Chad's party. So, fuck yeah. Can I take your order? Yeah, double, yeah. So, anyways.
You know what you're doing, dog, after In-N-Out? Eating your burger. You know what they're doing?
Fucking
smashing,
They're
dog.
smashing, fool. They're making smash burgers.
Who has it worse, dog? You eating a burger or him smashing?
Yeah, don't feel bad for him, fool. He's getting a check, fool, while he's fucking...
That's true.
Fucking güeritas right there, fool. And then all supermodels, fuck those guys in and out. Everybody looks hot. And then Chick-fil-A, fool, they have their own little like umbrella there. They have a little section out, fool. Yeah, you gotta go to a nice In-N-Out. That's the thing. I think you've been going to the
Redlands.
No mames, güey.
Not take your order.
Yeah. Can I take your order? Yeah.
Can I suck your dick? With no fucking no teeth.
They're fucking over. Hey, give me a burger, please. I haven't eaten.
I know the lady working there. Hey, can you help me out?
Can you give me a burger?
Have you seen that shit? The homeless dudes now stand by the drive-thrus.
Only
con
San
la
Bernardino.
carita de triste, güey. Like,
yeah.
And I'd look at him like, I can make a sadder face, homie. I've been going through more shit out here, dude. I could get kicked out any fucking minute.
That food buys you food? You know what, dog? You got me.
That's how I used to get the homeless people when they used to pump gas in Arizona after a party and shit. They used to come up to me like, hey, you already know what they want. They're going to want money, so you have to beat them to it, dog.
Yeah,
and they'd be like, hey, excuse me. I was like, hey, do you have $1 or $2 I can borrow? I was going to ask you that, dude. I was like, yeah, well, I need $1, man. All right, never mind. Just take off. Man.
You gotta try that shit, dog.
Fool. Ask them for $1. See how they feel. Fuck.
What's your no manches, bro?
My no manches? Well, you just threw me on the spot. My no manches. Where's my no manches? My no manches for LA it's got to be. Hold on, I really want to think about this one because there's a bunch of not from LA though.
I know. I was about to come.
Now I'm just like, well, I'm coming for LA right now. Oh, fuck, fool. You know what? No, it is LA, doc. Like I said, we got to do something about these homeless people, fool. Se están pasando de vergas, way. That's my no manches. There's like a lot of homeless people, fool. LA is a beautiful place. We just got to get rid of some of these guys, dude.
Send them to Arizona.
I don't know. Send a bus. The United States is huge. No, but it does suck. You know what does suck about LA, fool, is that you pay so much in taxes, way, for shit to be like this. It's like, come on, fool. You got to fix the homeless problem, fool. Like, tanta feria, way. Use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's some cities that I go to that are fucking nice, way. They're calm because you go to Seattle, way, it's fucking, they have a guy pressure washing the fucking streets, fool. It's beautiful, nice, it's clean. You know, a lot of rain.
Even Mexico City, dog, they do that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm just saying, like, that's one of my no manches is, like, these homeless people, you go to a nice little restaurant, fool, there's fucking people jacking you and shit, like... People like coming up to you.
Something else. You're eating there and they're fucking beating their dick through the window. Like, what the fuck?
Fool, you're trying to have a romantic evening after you eat. Just go walk around. And then this fucking guy, with red face and shit. You're like, fuck, fool.
It's a memorable night, dog.
I was going to go for dessert, but fuck that. Shit reminded me of the dessert I was about to eat.
You want some chocolate pie?
See, wait. Fucking swirl ice cream. Like, nah, fool. We got to do something, like, figure something out where, like, because back in the day it wasn't like that. So let's go back to the things where it was. I like it better than the way it is now. Shit, you know what I mean? If there were more, like, antes the cops were able to be like, hey, chinga su madre, let's go. But now it's like all these liberals, no, you let them be. It's like, bitch, get the fuck out of here, fool. You don't live with these fools.
Yeah, they say let them be, but in your neighborhood, not in their neighborhood.
Yeah. And also, if you're a homeless guy watching this podcast, go back, get your shit, and go to fucking Beverly Hills, way. What the fuck you get in our neighborhoods? Go over there. I've seen they're gonna fucking treat you nice and shit. Go over there, way. Why do they always stay in the hood? Go over. Fool, if I was a homeless guy, fuck the hood. I would go live in a nice fucking neighborhood if I'm gonna be there for free.
Yeah.
Shit, ellos también, güey, the mentality that they have. Get them out of there. We got to start a fucking little union with for
them and shit. Yeah, an HR department and shit.
Start whispering in the street and spread the word and be like, you know, it's a better neighborhood if you pass the fucking 405 on the wheel. What? Are you serious?
Leftovers are steaks, dog.
The whole fucking neighborhood.
There's a bus coming to pick you guys up for a little bit.
But you know what I mean? Like,
courtesy of los tóxicos.
I don't know there's a solution for that, though, dog. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's no solution.
It's gotten worse.
There's no solution, pero the way that it was before is better than it is now. That's all I'm saying. I'd rather it be like that because it is stressful because they got nothing to lose and we have everything to lose. Yeah. And you know what also sucks? It sucks that you bought a fucking house in Redlands and shit. Never mind. It's fun. But it sucks that you buy a house in Redlands and then fucking a homeless guy can walk in there and camp at your house and you can't kick him out.
Really?
Yes. Oh, you guys don't know about this?
No.
Hey, dog, don't
fool. They can literally go into your house, set a tent, and you can't kick them out. The only way you can kick them out is you have to go to court, and it takes like 6 months, and it's a hassle. It's running around. But they can park outside your house and live in your fucking yard. If I walk in your door right now and I say I live there, you can't kick me out. It's against the law.
Oh, I'm kicking you out.
That's the thing. Guess what? You'll go to jail. And that's fucked up.
It ain't gonna be the first time.
But you know what I'm saying? You force themselves out, you go to jail. For what? You're paying fucking all these taxes to your house. You're paying for your fucking house. Te está partiendo la madre, güey. For that?
Nah, fuck that.
Come on, homie. Sometimes I put on the Trump hat and I'm like, you know what? He's got a fucking point, goddammit. No, but you know what I mean? That sucks too, fool. Like, you're working your ass off for them to just do whatever they want. But then we can't do whatever we want. Because if you do some shit like that, if you jaywalk, you'll get a ticket. If they jaywalk, they're homeless. Come on, fool. This is my mom way. Like, something needs to be done. Like, this shit is like ridiculous.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, that's true. Ever since I had a kid, I started thinking different. I'm thinking more Republican. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I get it that health and the fucking mental illness, but shit, what about my fucking mental illness? God damn it.
That's true.
My fucking mental health. Fuck our mental health, huh? Cabrón, güey. And the thing is that we're all here paying taxes, fool. That's el pedo, güey. That's the only thing que me agüita. Like, you're paying. It sucks when they take that chunk out of your check. For what? For this?
Sometimes I don't even know what the fuck it is. Like OASDI, whatever the fuck.
You gotta read, fool. That's the thing. You start there. First we learn how to read, and then we figure shit out.
You gotta read books. I was about to give you a lesson right now.
Yeah. What does books got to do with the fucking...
Yeah, no shit. I mean, you should know the code. I mean, you should be more upset. Bet you pay fucking killer taxes.
Fuck, I get
for shit to be like this.
No, I do.
That's why he funds the podcast.
I know. I'm not. Oh, it's a little write off. So look at this. He starts sweating. Technically, just kidding. Yeah, but that's
Let me see your numbers, fool.
That's my no manches. Yeah. That's my no manches.
Yeah, that's a fucking crazy situation. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck, and I know that our money isn't doing shit because supposedly they have all these resources and it's bullshit.
Yeah, dude,
they just pocket money.
We just, I don't know. For me, it's just like something has to change, because this place is way too nice for it to be like this.
Yeah, the weather needs to change.
When I have family and friends and I try to show LA and they're like, "Oh, and I'm like, it's harder to defend LA when you're like, "Fuck, well, he's right."
Yeah.
I guess when you go to Arizona, it's hot, but there's no fucking homeless man taking a shit.
I think that's the thing, though. The weather here, people can actually survive in the streets here. You go to like the Midwest and shit, they're gonna fucking freeze to death.
Midwest.
I know, Midwest. You got that shit.
Yeah, I got that shit.
Yeah, Arizona's fucking hot.
Yeah, but you act like it's hot. It's hot for a month.
In Arizona?
Yes. In the summer, from June to July, it's hot.
Hot for me is like 85, dog.
Yeah, but like, fool, you act like right here is not hot either, fool.
Yeah,
it is fucking hot.
It's getting hot just like Arizona, fool. And it's humid here. This is that same shit, fool. Yeah, it might be drier and it might be a little more intense, but you're at 100.
That's true.
What's 3 more degrees? Fuck, fool. Like, you're at 100 already, dog.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but it is nice because we have a beach. You can cool off a little bit.
True.
But I'm telling you, LA is so beautiful. California is so beautiful. It's just like, let's clean up the city, guys. Come on. It's like the city's way too beautiful for it to be like that, fool. Like, you go to downtown, it looks like Walking Dead, fool. No mames, way. Neta, way.
For real, that's a good
image, yeah. Downtown should be beautiful, fool. I would be pissed if I was paying $10,000 for one of those like condos that they have, and to live the way. And you go downstairs and you're roaming around these people. Fuck, I don't know. That got wrong way.
After like 10 o'clock, that's when all the freaks come out. Because I used to go.
All the freaks come out. All the freaks come out.
So and then he followed up with, that's when I used to go.
That's what became all my nyaks.
That's when I used to go.
Because I used to do street photography. And I love.
Call it whatever you want, dude. I call it pornography, but call it street photography.
No, but
it's just catching that homeless girl with a fucking tit out, hitting the rock. It's just like, this is art, baby.
No, it's trippy because si ves todo esa desmadre.
Oh, yeah?
And it's like, holy shit. I remember, I'm a father too. Como dices, te cambia. Yo me acuerdo, I was walking down by, is it Central Park or what is it?
Central Park?
Grand Central?
Central Park. That's New York. That's where New York is.
Grand Central. There you go.
The city of Manhattan.
No shit. But I went to
the best shots are in Queens.
I've never even
met pizza slice in New York and shit. For New York.
No. So, pero andaba un morrito performing. Estaba la mamá y él tenía su boombox and he was doing some Michael Jackson shit. And he's probably like 6, bro. And I was like, fuck, like, this shit's real, you know what I mean? Like, I could imagine, never my kids doing shit like this.
Yeah,
obviously,
that's what I'm saying. So, it's hard to see, like, and then you're trying to go out and have a good, like, dinner with your girl and shit like that, and then you, like, walk out and you just feel like shit at the end of the day. Because you see shit like that, you're like, fuck, fool. I don't know, just things like that I'm just kind of like, we got to fix that. I don't know what it is, but we got to do something.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. But, I mean, we're paying, so why can't, where's this money going? You know what I would like to do? What is another fucking no mames way or fucking pet peeve way? Is it'll be dope, fool.
What's up?
If they get everything that we pay in taxes, right? The passes the money.
Put it out there.
Can we have the number somewhere where we see where it goes? Why can't we do that?
That's true.
What's so hard about that? Where can we see where it's going? And why can't we, like, pick, like, I want my money to go here.
Yeah.
I want it to go there.
Because there's corporations.
Hey, my neighborhood, can we fix the sidewalks? Boom. And everybody has a pocket where, like, it goes into a sidewalks pot.
Yeah.
Just like, and then just whoever agrees, like, why can't we see what the number is and where the money's at?
Yeah.
That's it. Just make it, it'll take away everything, fool. Fucking vote for me, fucking 2020. 2028.
No, it's neta, because I've thought about that. And you know how people always say, let's raise money for this, let's raise money for that. Yo digo, fuck, somos un chingo. Si todos diéramos $1, we could fix one thing. Otro $1 next week.
Well, that's what.
Fuck that, dog. If they just tax the fucking billionaires like they tax us, they would pay for everything.
That's true. That's true.
Fuck that shit. Like middle class and lower class, we get fucked.
Yeah, but millionaires get taxed like crazy in California, fool.
Well, but like I'm talking about these corporations.
But that's why they don't have their businesses here. A lot of them.
Oh, a lot of them do.
A lot of them. But even like with the companies that you deal with, some of them moved out of state.
Some, but not all of them.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Financial education over here, economics.
Three vatos trying to fucking fix the economy and shit. I know you fucking need that.
But we all have back credit. They don't know. I'm still paying Curacao.
Curacao looking for me for years. Fool. I say we put the number on the fucking, somewhere online, and we just we see it. At least let us see
public information, no?
There should be. Well, it's not. I've been fucking colorblind. Look it up. Motherfucking, I'm Google blind too.
I'm Google blind.
Words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you all this shit, man. Sorry.
God damn.
So we finish it off. Words of wisdom. We always have our guests tell the people something they live by or something like that you've implemented in your life.
That has helped you in your life that you would want our listeners, your listeners to maybe use in their life.
Words of wisdom. Do you guys have one? Or this is for the guests?
Strictly the guests.
We don't do it, but for example, mine is time waits for no one.
Time waits for no one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I always go with is like, don't live with regret. Do it. You're going to live once. Do it. We're all going to die one day. Do it. So right now, you're like, should I do this? Should I do that? Do it. Do it now. Right now. Just do it. That's my thing. It's like, I don't want to live with regret. So, I always live with that. Just do it. That's it. Just don't live with no regrets, homie. You only get one life.
Yep. Jordan said it best, dog. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Aviéntate, güey. Aviéntate, güey, yeah.
Who said it? My favorite thing is life's a risk, carnal. Blood and Better is my favorite movie.
Everybody's going to relate. All the children are like, what is that? He said it like,
we
lost them with the whole economic shit, dog, and then now they're back. They're back.
Bringing them back.
Somebody came back and shit.
Yeah. I gotta fucking close the loop. Si no, se pierden, güey. Then we started to drop off at this moment in the episode. Drop off.
Analytics. Picked up by the white.
No shit.
No, but no, you're right. No regrets, bro.
That's how I live it as. No regrets. Just do it.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
But man, tell everybody where they can find you. I know you got tours coming up because it's gonna be all over.
Yeah, we're all fucking. When does this come out?
We're gonna drop it next week.
Yeah.
Next week?
Next
or what
Monday.
day?
Next Monday.
Okay, we're gonna be at Linwood, California, March 31st. You can get tickets in my Instagram. Jesus the Comedian is my handle, and then just click the link in my bio. But I started fucking Concrete, J. Valentino, Jerry Garcia, and we have a special guest coming in. And so I get some tickets now. I think we're actually going to sell out, so hopefully it's not sold out by then. But we're like 100 tickets away from selling out.
What's in Linwood, bro? There's a...
El Farallón?
What? That's just open?
I get
that. Used to be like a baile.
How do you fucking know that?
Hey,
it is like a baile, yeah.
I used to live in Southgate, and I used to take this food with like all
the
Spanish stuff.
This was taking potreros.
Potreros, remember potreros? Fool, I got finger bang so many bitches in potreros. No,
that's the spot,
that was the spot. I used to walk around fucking fishing fingers all the time. I know there was fish tacos, and I'm like,
hey, did you ever do that? Did you ever do that to the homie? Hey, fool.
Nah, I never let this. So I was stingy about my shit. Like, hey, you find your own sticky fingers, homie.
Yeah, potreros, dog. Farallón.
The Farallón. So we're going to be performing there. It's going to be interesting because we're in our hood. Because we want to bring it to our neighborhoods at. So I'm like, let's fucking do it right here, Farallón. So it's the first like try or test because it's not a comedy club. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Dope. Yeah, come down, dude. Come down. And then like for any other of my dates, just click the link in my bio or follow me and I'll be posting all my dates. Cool. Yeah. Thanks. So next time, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man.
Appreciate
peace,
you, bro.
Guys. Peace. Thank you.